6:04, Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP, mornings with Brian Haldane, off and running. Whew. Brian here with you, John LaBeouf producing, JP producing. I'm sorry, dude, I just came upstairs.
It's all
I'm like,
good.
And
speaking of running, yeah.
I'm winded, dude. I'm winded, and I don't know why.
Man.
No, I do know why. I've been running up and down stairs for the last hour and 5 minutes now. It's,
Man, so you're not taking the elevator. You're like, you know what?
No,
Taking every step.
No, can't take the elevator, man. No, I'm a fat guy. Got to take the stairs. We got a busy show for you today. We got all kinds of guests lined up. We are ready to roll here. School is back in as of yesterday. Some districts getting back in today. That'll be one topic, one of many topics of conversation. We'll also talk with Patty G in the 7 o'clock hour. We got Gifford Briggs from the American Petroleum Institute this hour. We got Trent Angers joining us to talk about the most innocent man in Angola. And, of course, in the 8 o'clock hour, be here. Be here for this. Be here for this chaos, for this mess, for this absolute destruction that will be one Rocco Moro in the house. I don't even know what he's making today. I don't even know what kind of sandwich we're having today. Don't care. As long as Rocco's here, I'm here for it. We do, however, start off with top stories and trending. Let's roll.
Number 5.
We've got to start off down in Golden Meadow, where the former police chief is in jail after allegedly deleting 12 years' worth of department files. Troy Dufresne's his name. The Attorney General's office said he wiped out more than 12 years' worth of records after losing his election bid. Dufresne turned himself over to the Lafourche Parish Jail, where he was booked on computer tampering and malfeasance in office charges. His bond was $15,000.
Number 4.
The Kids Orchestra and the Baton Rouge Youth Coalition got their contracts approved at last night's school board meeting. This became a story a few weeks ago when they didn't have the votes to approve them at the time. Well, as expected, that was remedied last night. We had Patrick Martin on, school board member Patrick Martin on after that meeting. And he was very like, it's going to happen. Just hang tight. It'll roll forward. And you know what? It did.
Number 3.
Speaking of schools, yesterday was the first day of the new school year in Baton Rouge. By all accounts, it was a successful one, seeing no major reports of anything out of the ordinary happening or being reported.
Number 2.
The Ascension Parish Council voted to remove Vice Chair Glenn Price from the West Ascension Parish Hospital Board on Thursday night. The motion to remove him noted that he's been, quote, arrested several times for felony charges in Ascension Parish within the last year. This is, and that the arrests, quote, do not portray the image of trust and well-being to the citizens of the district.
Number 1.
Ron Bell was sentenced to life in prison yesterday for the 2019 murder of Sadie Roberts Joseph. Bell was found guilty in June of murdering his landlord, 75-year-old Roberts Joseph, after falling behind on his rent. Her body was found in the trunk of her car near a vacant house on North 20th Street. Like we said, yesterday was the sentencing. What you got, JP?
President Donald Trump on Thursday said Russia's Vladimir Putin doesn't have to meet with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky in order for him and Putin to meet.
Yeah, it's on again, off again stuff.
Yeah.
First of all, this should be a lesson in not promising something you don't have the ability to control, because if you can't control it, you can't deliver it.
Yeah.
And how many times did Donald Trump say, I'll solve that in a week? That's a day one. We'll have that thing knocked out, solved. Boom, boom, boom. And no, we are now 7 months in-ish, almost 7 months in, and still not solved, still fighting going on. I mean, you can tell it's taking a toll on the president, because I was listening to some sound bites during the Fox News rundown in the 4 o'clock hour this morning.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, roughly 20,000 people killed every month.
Oh, man.
And that'll wear on you,
Oh,
as
sure, yeah.
as a leader who does not like to see war, does not like to see death. But again, you can't promise something you're not in control of.
That's right. It's tough. Hey, CNN data analyst Harry Inton? Am I pronouncing that right? Inton argued Thursday that Vice President J.D. Vance's odds of becoming the 2028 Republican presidential nominee are looking, quote, pretty gosh darn good at this point.
So I think he's way out in front of. He's got like more than 40%, which is unbelievable this far out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, it's like who's the Heisman candidate in week 1?
Right. Between now and then,
yeah.
so much.
I know.
can change.
So we'll see how that plays when he has to make some controversial votes in the Senate, some tie-breaking votes in the Senate. We'll see how that changes on the international scope with how Marco Rubio does his job. We'll see who the next up-and-comer is along the way.
Yes, indeed. Well, the battle to reduce the number of Burmese pythons in Florida has gone to the next level. The latest tactic, scientists are releasing robot rabbits to combat the invasive snakes.
I saw this story.
Yes.
Robot rabbits?
Yeah.
What
Man.
kind of Cartoon Network Adult Swim spinoff is this?
Oh, man.
Like
this is
this is an episode of Frisky Dingo right here.
I'm telling you.
Death
man.
rabbits.
Death rabbits for sure. Elmer Fudd, man, he's got some issues out there. So, yeah, this is an insane story. This is truly next level for sure. Like, what happens if the snake eats the rabbit, right? Like, what are we talking then?
I don't know. Does it explode? It's
Right,
a
that's
robot.
what I'm saying. Like,
He's not going to digest it. It's a robot.
right, yeah. So just.
I mean, it
Really?
might look like a cute and fuzzy bunny from the outside, but I mean, it's not a cute and fuzzy bunny, even if it is one crazy summer. That's a 40-year-old reference. I'm glad you went with the bunny rabbits though, because the only other story out there that I thought you might be rolling with. Did you see this one? According to the CDC, in 2023, Louisiana was number 1 in the nation
Yes.
in chlamydia,
And number 2.
number 2 in gonorrhea,
Yeah.
number 3 in syphilis.
Oh.
I'm sorry, number 3 in congenital syphilis, and number 8 in primary and secondary syphilis.
Oof.
I mean,
Keep it clean, people.
yeah.
There's so many jokes.
Oh, so many.
So,
And we'll get to them as the morning wears on. Right now, though, it's 6:12, and we got some sports to cover coming up next. Before we take our break, though, I want to remind you about the folks over at Mathern's. As football season approaches, we tend to shift our eyes back to the campus location, don't we? As football season approaches, I tend to remind you a heck of a lot more that they're right there across the street from Tiger Stadium in the Nicholson Gateway Shopping Center. So as you're bebopping around campus on game day, bouncing from tailgate to tailgate, you know what they do over there at Mathern's? Couple things. Number one, they've got everything you might have forgotten for your tailgate. Run out of charcoal, lighter fluid, whatever. They're a full-service grocery store. Number two, they're usually hustling some jambalaya outside, and it's good. Ernie knows what he's doing. Number three is they clear out the salad bar and fill it with beer. So if you just want to stop off for one quick cold pop on the way to the next tailgate, they've got you covered on all those fronts. And oh, by the way, if you download the Mathern's Rewards app, you could be earning cash towards more groceries, even on your game day beer. 6:13, sports is next.
yeah, there's so much to touch on with. Trying to pick the top 3 trending stories. And this is still fascinating to me that Dean Cain is going to be sworn in as an ICE agent.
Yeah.
There's that, you know? It's like, it's insane.
Oh. Cassidy's cuts. Oh, why did I print this email? Cassidy's emails never print. Damn it. There's 3, 4, 5, and 6. What's 3 titled? Hang on. Four. 5. Six.
NFIP goes away possibly. And that order's good?
616 Talk 107.3 FM WBRP Mornings with Brian Haldane rolling right along. We got Gifford Briggs coming up about 20 minutes from right now. We're going to talk a little bit about the cross section of back to school and the oil and gas industry. Oh yeah, it's going to be a fun conversation. Gifford penned an op-ed. Basically, if he just hops on and reads his op-ed, I'll be happy with that. But there's a little bit deeper. We're going to take it as well. So looking forward to that conversation coming up later on this hour. Right now, though, the New Orleans Saints are going to take on the Los Angeles Chargers in the Black and Gold's first preseason game this coming Sunday. Former quarterback Drew Brees had a little bit of media availability while at his pickleball tournament down in New Orleans. He says, be ready for the Saints to make use of the reps.
Yeah, super valuable. And, to be honest, I'm sure the Saints will take a much different approach than most teams do when it comes to starters. Mainly at the QB position, right? Some teams barely play their QB starters, just trying to keep them healthy for the regular season. But these guys, like every rep, is so valuable. Both practice, these scrimmages, like all those are so valuable just to feel like you're getting some game-like reps.
Talking about the reps for those quarterbacks, why not expand upon that and talk about the battle at the quarterback position overall?
It's a pretty unique situation when you just look at the youth across the board. Obviously, there was a lot of excitement, in drafting, Tyler Shuck. I felt like Spencer Rattler did some great things last year. Jay Kaner, his style, his stature, everything kind of reminds me a lot of myself, So, like all these guys, as I've sat there and watched them grow, mature. Obviously, haven't seen Tyler play, at the NFL level yet, but just looking at his journey through college and the amount of experience and maturity he has.
Okay. Busted. Those were not played in order. JP, how could you tell those were not played in order?
Well,
I didn't know. I set it up to tell the story that way.
You threw the numbers at me, and I'm like, okay.
But like, you could hear Pearl Jam in the background, right?
And you could see where it started?
No. But like, just play number 3, just hit number 3 real quick.
Yeah, because it was in another.
Super valuable, and to be honest, I'm sure the Saints.
See, that's further along in the song.
That's way longer along in the song.
And then
all right, now go back to the last 5 seconds of number 1.
Looking at his journey through college and the amount of.
That's the very beginning of Even Flow. I flipped them around to tell the story the way that it needed to be set up because the overall game is more important. The individual battle is within it. Kickoff is Sunday at 3 p.m. I believe that's on our sister station, Eagle 98.1. It is on our sister station, Eagle 98.1. While we're talking football real quick, 3 games in the books last night, and got to see Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase connect for a touchdown early on last night in the second of the 2 games. First game was the Ravens taking care of the Colts, 24-16, your final score there. No real surprise. The Ravens always play well in the preseason. It was the Eagles 34, Bengals 27, although early on it was 14-7 after the end of the first quarter. And then the Raiders and Seahawks played to a 23-23 tie. Coming up tonight, you got, three more games? Lions at Falcons, Browns at Panthers, Commanders at Patriots. Here's the Fox Business Report. No, I knew I was playing them out of order, but I set it up to tell the story that way.
Oh.
But like it's kind of the giveaway when in the background you can hear the music.
Oh, okay. So I didn't do anything wrong.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
I
no.
thought I thought.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. I was.
But you're right though. Hearing the song in the background was like, oh, okay. You can clearly see.
Yeah. Morning, Rich.
Hey.
Jay, you're gonna hear this again.
Wait.
Ron, I need your help.
Hey, do I need? Okay, you good? Do I need?
Yeah.
All right, time to head back to the traffic center real quick. Take a look at what's going on the roads on this day 2 of school in Baton Rouge. We have got, it's actually super light right now. Not a whole lot of congestion, not a whole lot going on. I-12 westbound coming in from Livingston Parish is really, really smooth right now until you get to in between Essen Lane and the 10-12 merge. At Essen and the 10-12 merge, you'll find some, not congestion, but added volume. 10 westbound coming in from Ascension Parish, we look great. 10 eastbound coming in from West Baton Rouge Parish, we look great. And I-110 is looking good as well. On your surface streets, I am seeing some added volume on a number of spots on the surface streets, but it's all minor individual spots. Nothing that's going to take you more than a full light exchange to get through if you are at an intersection that has some of that added volume. Meanwhile, as we check on surface street accidents, there is a crash that has been moved off the roadway up in Central. It's Jor at Balin, and I'm showing congestion on Bergen at Boone. I don't even know where Bergen is, but it's being worked by BRPD, and it was posted about 20 minutes ago, so I share it with you. That's your look at traffic from the Talk 107.3 Traffic Center. It was supposed to be. All right. 625, Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP, Mornings with Brian Haldane, rolling right along. We're going to take you up to Washington, D.C. here in just a second, but I do need to remind you about the folks over at NeuroJust. Man, again, big shout-out to Jordan Generous from NeuroJust for hopping in yesterday to talk a little bit about TMS and what they do over there at NeuroJust. Talking a little bit about the combination between NeuroJust and BioJust. Look, I get to tell you about it for 60 seconds every day, but when we can really explore the space a little bit with Jordan, it's such a much deeper explanation, better understanding of exactly what they do and why it's effective. It's called TMS. It's transcranial magnetic stimulation. It is FDA approved. It is non-invasive. It is 70 to 80%. You see just complete remission from it. It's a different way to think about therapy and a different way to think about battling anxiety and depression. Learn more at neurojust.com. Earlier this week, U.S. Senator Bill Cassidy delivered a speech on the U.S. Senate floor. He was highlighting the urgent need for Congress to prevent the NFIP from expiring on September 30th and ensuring it remains affordable for the homeowner, accountable to the taxpayer, and sustainable for future generations. It is quite the web to weave here, but let's walk through it. A few of the things that Senator Cassidy had to say. First of all, he talked about the flooding in Texas, and he also mentioned that there is no county, no parish, no area of the United States of America that doesn't experience flooding on some level, whether you're talking about flash flooding or something, longer like we saw in 2016. There is no, or storm surge along the coast and the like. There is no county or parish that doesn't see it at some point. In Louisiana, we all know, we've seen it firsthand, how you have flooding and tragedy, those two go hand in hand.
We in Louisiana, as well as anybody, know that there is a tragedy which can result not just with the flooding, but can result after the flooding. A tragedy in which people cannot afford to live in their homes, no matter what they do to prevent future flooding because of unaffordable flood insurance rates.
It's such a weird spot because you've got the NFIP, which is as close to unaffordable as possible, right? But at the same time, though, without it, you basically can't have a mortgage in a whole lot of places. Now, building up infrastructure is going to help. Senator Cassidy did talk about that. Building up infrastructure to help make sure that we are better prepared to not flood in the first place, that plays a factor.
How do we stop the initial episode of flooding? I have supported the Building Resilient Infrastructure in Communities, our BRIC grants, and the administration has assured me that they are going to release those funds. I also want to prevent the second tragedy of people losing the place where they have lived, perhaps for decades, no matter what they do to prevent their homes from flooding again, not because it's destroyed, but because they cannot afford flood insurance at a reasonable rate on a property that's once flooded, but now the risk has been mitigated. And that's why I continue to work towards a solution on the National Flood Insurance Program. Make flood insurance affordable again.
As bad as the NFIP is, it gets worse if it goes away. He talked about that one as well.
Until the program is affordable for the homeowner. Well, we have another problem threatening the flood insurance program. It expires September the 30th. If we do nothing, every American enrolled in the National Flood Insurance Program, which is millions of Americans, will be without protection by the time the next flood season starts. Now, national emergencies won't stop. The destruction will not end. The threat of flooding will not vanish. But the safety net to rebuild a life, that will go away.
One more from the senator yesterday, and this is one that I think we'll all agree with, is that when it comes to these national emergencies, and we've talked with Congressman Carter about this as well, FEMA just isn't cutting it. Whether you're talking about floods, storms, earthquakes, fires, no matter what, FEMA just isn't cutting it.
Until the program is affordable for the homeowner, accountable to the taxpayer, and sustainable for future generations, Americans will unfortunately be forced to drop the program because they can't afford the premiums. Now, FEMA aid may be available to help people repair homes after a federally declared disaster, but it often covers just a fraction of the cost.
Right. Because it is the Federal Emergency Management Agency, not the Federal Everything Management Agency, which is what it's portrayed as being. And somewhere in there is the disconnect. So it's a conversation we will continue. Right now, we do have to catch up with news, traffic, weather. Gifford Briggs coming up next. Good morning, Christy. Welcome in, sweetheart. 636 Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP. Mornings with Brian Haldane rolling right along. School is back in. EBR yesterday. You heard Livingston Parish today. Basically everywhere in Louisiana is in after today is over with. And, man, I saw this. I don't forget where I stumbled across this. Gifford Briggs is the Gulf Coast Region Director for the American Petroleum Institute, and he penned an op-ed about just how much the oil and gas industry plays a role in something as simple as going back to school. He joins us now. Gifford, good morning, man. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you today?
I'm doing very well as well. I don't want to spoil any part of the op-ed, but I just want to give you like the open floor here to run with it. Talk about what, well, first of all, inspired you to put pen to paper to include the oil and gas industry in the opening day of school, but then go into a little bit about what the op-ed says.
Yeah, sure. I mean, what inspired me probably is my kitchen table. As we're not quite in school yet in Florida. We go back on Monday, but today is orientation day and meet the teacher and all of those wonderful things that you get to do when you have children and preparing for school. But my dining room table is no longer a dining room table. It is pencils and backpacks and binders and paper, and all of the things that are needed to go back to school. And and just in thinking about our industry and thinking about what we do, and I looked at that table and I'm just, it's just something that's completely forgotten. It's unappreciated, by many, just the importance of the role that our industry plays in providing the services that we need every day. But at a time when you're getting so many supplies and preparing to send our children off to school, our industry is critical into making this important part of a life journey of success.
And there really is no way to decouple that, is there? I mean, when you talk about the pen caps all the way down to the Mr. T lunchbox, there is no way to decouple that.
I mean, not in the world that we live in today.
Right.
Pencils and scissors and calculators and, look, electronics are in every day needed tool, whether it's a computer or a calculator or the phones that they use to call their parents to let them know that, that the buses are running late. The materials and the energy that go into making those or keeping them running is largely produced by the oil and natural gas industry. And, I think people understand that, sure, we provide the fuel that goes into the buses, but now when you look at what's going on in northern Louisiana, when in lithium extraction, where we're going to be providing some of the rare earth elements are going to be provided by companies that are exploring in South Arkansas, North Louisiana, to be able to mine lithium so that we can make batteries and keep electronic components and not have to rely on those foreign sources. So, that's another way that our industry is going to be leaning into the future to continue to power the needs of our country and our children.
We're talking with Gifford Briggs, the Gulf Coast Region Director from the American Petroleum Institute. You talk about the fuel to power the buses. I mean, that's not even to make mention of the tires that the buses are rolling on. The wheels on the bus go round and round. You break down the whole Wheels on the Bus song and come back around to to petroleum-based products at some point in it.
Yeah, 100%. And look, in Baton Rouge right there, we the majority of sanitizer in the country is made at one of the refineries right there in Baton Rouge. So not only is it the tools you use, but the things that we use to keep our hands clean and our kids healthy,
right,
comes from our industry.
We got Gifford Briggs with us from the American Petroleum Institute. He's the Gulf Coast Region Director. Gifford, just for a minute, it's important to take note of this, but there's a bigger reason why we need to take note of it, because the conversation always gets barreled down to just the gas that goes in our car. When you talk about all these different products, all these different materials, you're talking about a number of different departments within big oil and gas companies, which means you're talking about different jobs and livelihoods as well.
Well, absolutely. I mean, look, the Baton Rouge and Louisiana across the board, home to incredible refineries.
Mm-hmm.
And sure that, and through the pipelines and whether we import oil that we import, that we refine it, the fuel that we import. 50% of the fuel that powers our country, flows through the arteries of Louisiana in one way or the other, and I think everyone understands that. But when a barrel of oil or molecule of natural gas goes into a refinery, that is not the only thing that's being made. And they break those products down to make sure that they are getting as much use as they can out of every drop of energy that goes into a refinery. And it goes from making plastics to providing key resources to be able to make the medicine that we need. And so it's not. I think there was a commercial maybe a few years back where a guy was standing in his home and everything that was made by the oil and natural gas industry disappeared. And he was pretty much left with nothing, because we touch everything, whether it's transporting lumber that's made from trees or providing the medicine, or providing the fuel that farmers need to harvest sugarcane in South Louisiana. We have a role in all of it, and it's easy to point your fingers at the gas stations and say we need fuel to be lower, but it's a very visible but also very small part of the overall story.
Talk to me a little bit about the future. You mentioned the lithium for the batteries right there, but the oil and gas industry does, it pivots and adapts along with the times. Talk to me a little bit about what the future looks like when it comes to this same marriage between everything that we see around us.
Well, I mean, the industry's evolving. The products that the people and the consumers want continue to evolve, and we're seeing that probably more so right now than in artificial intelligence. And if you follow it at all right now, it is evolving at a very rapid rate, and because of that, we are seeing energy demand climb and power demand climb at levels that we haven't seen in this country for over a decade. Energy demand has largely been stagnant for the past 10 years. We've demanded a little bit more, but we've become more efficient. So the total consumption has been flat, and now we're seeing consumption rising at incredible levels. And Louisiana is home to a few of these large data centers, and so industry is evolving right now and figuring out how we can work with these data centers to be able to provide them the energy they need, because they need 24-hour reliable, redundant energy in order to be able to provide the technology that the consumers are demanding. And this is a whole new arena in many ways for our industry, but fortunately, because of the Haynesville Shale and the incredible pipeline infrastructure that exists in Louisiana, and the incredible workforce that Louisiana has, Louisiana is poised to be able to begin meeting this new demand. And as they deploy data centers, our industry is going to be ready to deliver the energy that they need to make sure that they are up and operational as quickly as possible. And this is also, obviously, it's a major national security issue. As China and other countries they're moving full steam ahead and deploying new power sources and new data centers as rapidly as they can. Mm-hmm. And it's important that the United States keeps up, across the board.
Got just a minute or so left with Gifford Briggs. He's the Gulf Coast Region Director of the American Petroleum Institute. And yeah, Gifford, it really does put it in a light there, because, in the good old days when you and I were in school, you had a backpack, which was made from petroleum-based products filled with textbooks. Now that backpack is filled with a laptop. That laptop has to be powered. It's going to be plugged into the wall with a cable that's made, with a plastic coating that comes from the oil and gas industry, and the power that runs the outlet that it's plugged into. It is a marriage that, like I said at the beginning, was inseparable.
Yes, well, it's a little bit of an evolution from the days of the 2-inch deep trapper keepers, right? I mean, was there anything more fun than getting to choose your trapper keeper for your school year? They may be coming back. I'm not sure 100%, but they may be coming back.
The trapper keeper? I'm here for it, maybe. Man. I'm here for it. Absolutely. Okay, let's really date you right now, though. What kind of lunchbox did you have?
Oh man, I had the nice big square metal ones that go back, and I'm pretty sure it was a He-Man. I think we go back to those days, Skeletor and He-Man, and Good Time Thundercats, maybe, probably.
Okay. All right. I'm with it. I started with a Mr. T lunchbox and then pivoted over to Crockett and Tubbs when Miami Vice came out.
Strong.
Yeah. I had a lunchbox game going on for sure. He's Gifford Briggs with the American Petroleum Institute. We appreciate a couple minutes this morning.
Sure, absolutely. Talk to you soon.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. All right. Quick break. Let us know on our Facebook live chat, what kind of lunchbox did you have in school?
That's awesome. He-Man movie coming out, I think, the next year or two.
No.
Yeah, live action. Yep.
Okay, we're gonna need to find an older
All right.
because I haven't heard back from her.
Let's see. Yeah, Jared Leto's gonna be playing Skeletor. Thought I heard that. It was that. Oh, what's that dude, man? That buff dude. I'm gonna have to see. Let's see. Maybe. Yeah, 2026. They released like a teaser for it, like his silhouette. Idris Elba's gonna be in it. Let's see.
Paul Larigo says I had a brown paper bag with my name on it. Womp womp. I texted him back. I said I had you pegged for the Partridge Family.
Kyron Miner.
Yeah.
You want me to? Should I play that?
What's the topic?
Let's see. Back to school health tips for parents.
That works.
Okay.
Your money now.
Oh my God, what am I doing? Sorry.
All right.
Got this.
I know.
6 minutes? Yeah, 7 minutes.
That works.
Okay. Back to school. Back to school. Byron says we use Big Chief notebooks.
Big Chief notebooks.
Big Chief notebooks.
My notebook was always Mead.
Yeah, Mead and 5-star. Good morning, Renee. Yeah, as a kid in the 90s, Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think we realized at the time just how gay the Power Rangers were.
Come on, man.
I'm not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
They were super gay.
And that's what it is. I try not to. I just want to remember them as they were, because I know if I watch it,
Come to me. Come here.
Okay.
Real quick.
You ready?
652 Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP mornings with Brian Haldane rolling right along. All right, I want to take your school memories over on our Facebook live feed. We are live on Facebook every single morning, courtesy of the folks over at Lake Urgent Care, who, by the way, we normally talk to Lake Urgent Care at this time every Friday morning. Because it is the first week of school, I thought it might be a good idea to revisit a recent segment that we had while we were talking about back to school. Now, this is going to be kind of future tense when it should be present because it is pre-recorded, but the information still applies, especially when it comes to the sports physicals. Let's hear from Lake Urgent Care. It is that time of year again. It is back to school time, and you know what? Lake Urgent Care is here to help in a number of different ways when it comes to back to school. And today we are talking with their director of marketing, Kyron Miner. Kyron, welcome back. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Love having you on. Love chatting a little bit about how Lake Urgent Care can help with, well, I tell you what, let's stick with back to school because it is that time. So before we go down any other rabbit holes, let's start with the basics for back to school. Tell me about some healthy steps that parents can be taking to get their kids ready for back to school.
Sure. Well, the first thing would be scheduling those school or back to school or sports physicals early. You just don't want to wait until the last minute or right before that next day of practice. Then we also have reinforcing those healthy routines like earlier bedtimes, limiting screen time, and also having balanced meals. And then helping kids practice good hygiene habits and just emphasizing the hand washing and covering coughs. Another thing would be keeping that line of communication open. We know that it's the new school year, new grade, new teachers. So just checking in about those stress levels or any friendships or academic worries that they may have.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, just getting ahead of the illness season with preventative care. We have flu shots that'll be available starting sometime in November at Lake Urgent Care. So you definitely want to keep an eye out for that on our social media for the launch announcement.
It's, you think about back to school season, you're not thinking ahead to flu season. That's a solid tip to stay one step ahead of the game because it's all about to get hectic right now with school coming back for families. So let's talk about managing that hectic and how Lake Urgent Care can make things more convenient.
Yeah, so we're all about convenience and easy access. We're open 7 days a week with extended hours, which is perfect for after school or after work. Walk-ins are always welcome. You can check in online or save your spot ahead of time. We also offer virtual visits for those conditions, which is great for when you need that care without leaving the house. Another one is our flat fee pricing for self-pay patients. So this is just clear upfront pricing if you don't have insurance. In addition to all of that, we are a part of Our Lady of the Lake Health, which means we're connected to a full healthcare system, and we share the same electronic medical record system. So if you've been seen at Our Lady of the Lake Clinic, hospital, or by a provider at Our Lady of the Lake, your information is already integrated. This continuity means safer and more informed care and less repeating yourself at visits. This is a big one in the sense that we're keeping up with your health journey right along with you, and we work together behind the scenes to give you that seamless patient experience. And then MyChart is also accessible, and it's really your digital front door to care. You can view test results, check upcoming appointments, also access your visit summaries all in one spot. Another perk is parents can also manage their children's health information easily with the same app. Lastly, we have those convenient multiple locations all over, so including one near LSU for college students or staff who need that fast, trusted care as well.
That is a number of different conveniences added on top of each other. What kind of services do those conveniences pair up with?
Yeah, so just speaking to back to school season, like we mentioned earlier, the sports and school physicals, which those are very quick, easy, and very much walk-in friendly. We offer rapid testing for flu, COVID, strep, and RSV, which is extremely helpful with all of the germs circulating back when school starts and everyone's back in one place. We offer on-site injury care and x-rays for any sprains, strains, or minor fractures from school sports or playground mishaps. And as we touched on earlier, flu shots will begin as early as September. Flu season tends to spike shortly after school, as we all know. So be sure to follow us on social for that exact launch date in September. And we also offer just the common treatment for those common illnesses like ear infections, sore throats, fever, pink eye, and stomach bugs.
I mean, already getting ahead of the game. So my mind is, back to school equates the physical for our kids. Because, as soon as school's back in, all the registrations open up. Staying ahead of the game is going to be important as well. We got just a couple minutes left with Kyron Miner from Lake Urgent Care talking about back to school. We think back to school, we think just the kids, the K through 12. Y'all are here for everybody.
Absolutely, yes. So even college students near LSU, we have easy access when it comes to care when those campus clinics are closed. We also cater to the teachers and the staff, helping them stay well during the school year as well. We know things are busy and hectic. Parents, working adults, we know they can't afford to be down and out, and really just the whole community. We provide urgent care for everyday illnesses, minor injuries, and more. And then we also serve local employers with occupational health services with physicals, drug screens, and injury treatment.
Very cool stuff. Where can folks go if they want to learn more?
Yeah, lakeurgentcare.com. You can visit that website to find our nearest location, check in online, or even view hours. You can also sign up or log into MyChart through our website. And then just be sure to follow us on social media to stay in the loop, especially for those flu shot announcements. And with all of that, we treat patients 3 months and up. So whether it's care for your baby, toddler, teen, or yourself, we're proud to offer that quality, connected care that's convenient, transparent, and also close to home. We've been serving the Baton Rouge community for 25 years now, and as part of the Our Lady of the Lake health system, you can count on us and our team to just always work together and take the best possible care of you and your family.
Kyron Miner, thanks for a couple minutes this morning.
Thank you.
ABC News headed your way. Hour 2 is next. I have to go record a spot because I recorded it yesterday and sent it to our production manager, and I sounded like Mark Levin. It's the weirdest damn thing. Here, listen to this. Fucking bizarre. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to second floor ESPN. That's me. I don't know. I didn't do anything.
Join us in the Summer of Wishes campaign. Help create brighter days for Louisiana Wish Kids. Because every child deserves hope, joy, and magic. And a reminder that they're not alone.
Now,
How?
I don't know. I don't know if the settings were off or something, but I don't know.
What?
That's how it came across, and it was sent back to me. And now, tell me.
Wow.
Let Let me get past the sponsored, the pre-roll. Is this on for Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Or is there anything?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, give me the Mark Levin.
In the States and Israel, the UN has been more of a problem than a help. Number 4, as I listen to this, occupation of Gaza. It's a weird term. They're not going to occupy Gaza. They're going
All right, that's Mark Levin.
Oh man.
And then
Our summers of sunshine, laughter, and memories are very special.
pretty close. Then when Mark Levin gets wound up and gets really agitated and animated in his commentary, it's even better. But I don't know what made me I don't know why I sound like that. It's the most bizarre thing. I can't do that voice if I tried.
Right. That's what I was waiting for I was waiting to hear your voice, and that's why I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
wait,
I couldn't
that
do it
is
if I wanted to do it, I couldn't do it. It was a normal read for me. I sounded like this when I was recording it. Not like Mark Levin.
Right. That's strange.
But I gotta get this back to
So they send it back like, nah, not what we're looking for.
Scotty says, hey Brian, can you check your audio settings? Here's what I got. Yeah, Scotty, I think something might be screwed up on my end.
Yeah.
That's definitely operator error.
Yeah. Like
See, Byron says, I had a $6 million man lunchbox with a thermos. That and my sweet 70s terry cloth wide collar shirts made me feel so cool. Troy says, terry cloth shirts with the untucked elastic waistband. I think I'll part my hair in the middle today in honor. I was more of so I was a couple years after them. I was more of the Coca-Cola rugby shirt through grade school, or for 2 years of grade school. Then it was the United Colors of Benetton. And then for a hot minute around freshman year, the Z Cavaricis before the Jabots slid in.
okay. Man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, and this is neither here nor there, but if you can't tight roll your jeans, you can F right the hell off. Tight roll jeans, baby.
It was a sign of the times.
It was. Shit, I'm already 2 live reads behind. Got to see the folks from Landmark Bank yesterday.
Yeah, how was that?
No time soon, but stop saying that. 7:05 Talk 107.3 FM WBRP mornings with Brian Haldane rolling right along. Hour 2 coming your way right now. Brian here with you. JP producing. We're getting you ready for a busy second hour. We're going to talk with Trent Angers in our next segment. Stepping away from the headlines for a minute because, well, it's actually where we talk about a future headline. Have you heard of, let me pull this guy's name back up again. Kermit Parker. Accused, convicted, and sentenced in the killing of a Baton Rouge police officer back in the 80s. He sits in Angola right now, but Trent says he is the most innocent man in Angola. We're going to talk about his story in just a little bit, kind of set the scene and the scenario for you. He actually might be looking at having his life sentence revisited in the near future. So looking forward to that conversation. Also this hour, we've got Patty G. Patrick Gremillion, host of the Patty G Show, going to be in the house with us at 7:35. That's going to be another great conversation. And next hour, Rocco will be in the house. So, JP, you're wondering why I'm winded for hour number 2? I had to go move. So we don't have a microwave on 2 anymore.
Oh.
So I snuck upstairs at 3 and stole their microwave.
And you did all that? I didn't even realize.
Dude, yes.
Wow.
I snuck out, stole the microwave, and brought it back down the stairs. So, yeah, I get winded carrying a cup of coffee up the stairs. A microwave's a different story. All good.
Still didn't take
We're
the
here.
elevator.
No.
We have an elevator.
We
people.
do have an elevator. I know. I know. I'm aware of the elevator. I'm aware of its existence. And I continue to not utilize it. All right. We start off hour number 2 with top stories and trending. Let's go. Bum, 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 bum.
Number 5.
Number 5 takes us out to the tropics. Dexter's gone. Never bothered anybody. Another fish storm. But your update right now is that system that was off the East Coast still showing a 10% chance of becoming a name storm over the next 7 days, which is exactly what it's been showing us for the last 7 days. And it continues to move northeastward along the coast off into the northern Atlantic. Meanwhile, been telling you about a disturbance that came off the African coast, making its way westward across the Atlantic. It is now dropped down to a 50-50 chance of becoming a name storm. As of this time 2 days ago, it was a 60% chance. That is now decreased by 10%, all the while the path of the storm keeps pivoting more northward. So it's looking a little bit more and more like we're going to be in the even if that one does become Aaron, it's looking like it's not going to bother anybody. It's just going to stay out over open water.
Number 4.
The Kids Orchestra and the Baton Rouge Youth Coalition got their contracts approved at last night's school board meeting. This became a story a few weeks ago when they didn't have the votes to approve them. We had school board member Patrick Martin on. He said, don't sweat this. It's just it's a matter of formality. We'll hit it at our next meeting. And, well, as expected, it's been remedied.
Number 3.
Speaking of schools, yesterday was the first day of the new school year in Baton Rouge, and by all accounts, it was a successful one. Nothing out of the ordinary being reported. Hopefully we can rinse and repeat for Livingston Parish today.
Number 2.
The Ascension Parish Council voted to remove Vice Chair Glenn Price from the West Ascension Parish Hospital Board last night. The motion to remove him noted that he's been, quote, arrested several times for felony charges in Ascension Parish within the last year, and that the arrests, quote, do not portray the image of trust and well-being to the citizens of the district.
Number 1.
Ron Bell was sentenced to life in prison Thursday for the 2019 murder of Sadie Roberts Joseph. Bell was found guilty back in June of murdering his landlord after falling behind on rent. Her body was found in the trunk of her own car near a vacant house on North 20th Street. So life in prison is the result for Bell.
Well, President Donald Trump on Thursday said Russia's Vladimir Putin doesn't have to meet with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky in order for him and Putin to meet.
No, they can just get together.
Like, come on, we don't need a third wheel here.
I like how the president is all bummed that, like, I'm very disappointed in Putin. Like,
yeah,
he told me he was a good guy and he wasn't. Like, the guy who wrote The Art of the Deal is not getting bested by Vladimir Putin. I'm like, no, you can say what you want. I'm not. Y'all know I'm not like the full MAGA guy. I don't have the red hat. I balls and strikes. But this is one where I look at Donald Trump. He's like, hey, I'm very disappointed in Putin. I'm like, why? You remember NFL head coach Dennis Green?
Oh, man.
They are who we thought they were.
That's it.
That's exactly what this is.
That's it. Oh, man. And keeping it with the president, CNN data analyst Harry Inton argued Thursday that Vice President J.D. Vance's odds of becoming the 2028 Republican presidential nominee are looking, quote, pretty gosh darn good at this point.
You just watch your mouth there, fella.
I know. Easy, Harry.
Wow.
Oof.
A little bit early.
Around.
A little bit early to predict that right there. We don't know what the results of the midterms are going to be. We don't know how many critical tie-breaking votes J.D. Vance is going to have to make along the way. We don't even know if the same passion and fervor for the MAGA movement will continue and he could pick up the torch and carry it. We have no idea what the international stage is going to look like and whether or not Marco Rubio can shine just a little bit. We don't know who the next up-and-comer is. Like, what happens if tomorrow Tucker Carlson says, I'm getting into politics? Like, or Joe Rogan. Like,
Well,
we,
I mean,
we don't know
yeah.
we don't know where any of it's headed.
It's a little early,
Oh.
but
Oh.
hey, in other news, the battle to reduce the number of Burmese pythons in Florida has gone next level. The latest tactic, scientists are releasing robot rabbits to combat the invasive snakes.
This is fantastic.
So, I mean,
it doesn't get much better than robot rabbits.
so we have robot rabbits, right?
Right.
So what happens to the snakes? Okay, they eat the rabbits. Do the rabbits just then explode or?
So every story I've got on this, I was trying to look it up during the break. Every story I've got on it is video.
Yeah.
And so I can't watch the video during the break. I was hoping to read a little bit more about it.
What about avid rabbit hunters? Aren't they gonna be disappointed if they shoot?
If they go and shoot a cute and fuzzy bunny?
And then it's like, wait, it's animatronic.
Yeah. So here's the weird thing.
Be as mad as Elmer Fudd out there.
The rabbits. Oh, here we go. I got one for you. All right. A team dedicated to controlling populations of invasive Burmese pythons in South Florida has deployed another unique method to find the elusive predators, robotic rabbits. The robots are remote-controlled, solar-powered, and designed to look like marsh rabbits, a preferred choice by the python. Researchers designed the devices to produce a heat signature and emit a small smell. My screen keeps going black on me. I'm going to have to punt on this eventually.
It looks like it's blinking over there.
It keeps going black and then comes right back around. It doesn't say if they explode afterwards or it just gives the location of the python because they're remote controlled.
This is really fascinating though, because you could probably go down a really deep rabbit hole.
A rabbit hole.
No pun intended.
Good
no, seriously.
Lord.
I didn't even. No.
Intend your puns.
I didn't even intend that to happen.
No.
But anyway, it was.
Yeah,
I'll claim that.
You can go down the path
of like, okay, spying to the next level, right? It starts with rabbits, then there's other things, maybe birds.
Oh, as being robots.
Yeah, like spies. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I don't know. So it doesn't say like the rabbits explode or something like that. This story would be more fun to me if the rabbits exploded.
Right. Once they're digested, boom.
Right. Like if the product was, if the robot rabbit idea was like first thought up at the scientists at the University of Florida and Saw got together.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah. Like Dennis Hopper's character from Speed is somehow involved in this. Then I'm on board.
Ooh, and then they move like jackrabbits, like they'd be really fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Burmese python eats rabbit, rabbit explodes. Burmese python problem solved. I don't understand why this is difficult.
Right. And there we go. One less python.
Oh, man. I'm supposed to talk about Landmark Bank right now, and I don't think they want their name attached to this segment at all.
They probably don't.
No. I'm going to tell you about them anyway, though.
Okay.
LandmarkBankLA.com is the website. LandmarkBankLA.com. Don't just get yourself a bank. Get yourself a banker. Unbelievably important. Over 100 years in business as a community bank. And that word community is important right there because no matter where you are and being part of a community is vital. And the banker is vital to that community. Because if you're talking about like your personal banking, your checking, your savings, your retirement, whatever, that's important to you. If you are borrowing money to maybe buy a new home or build an extension on your home or whatever it is you need to borrow money for, that money that you're borrowing, you're doing it for a reason. That reason's important to you. Having a member of your community as your banker means that you are better able to convey that level of importance. Same's true in business, especially small business. So check them out online, landmarkbankla.com, landmarkbankla.com. As far as their tech is concerned, there's nothing they can't do. As far as the services are concerned, there's nothing they can't do. But the difference here is you don't just have a bank, you have a banker. landmarkbankla.com. For your robot rabbits? Debbie says, yes, tight rolls, if done right, lasted all day. But you needed the slouch socks That's my kids' era. I think I'm probably more in that era. And the tight rolls never lasted past PE for me. Well, I mean, obviously, you change into your gym shorts, you got to change back in. So that meant re-tight rolling. Were the robot rabbits made by Acme? Oh, man. Tired. Oh. Oh, crap. I was supposed to go record. Never mind. I'll do it sometime later when Rocco's rambling around here. I could probably leave in the middle of the segment, come back, and he'd never notice. The Louisiana Business Weekly podcast is your source for the latest in Louisiana's business landscape. I'm the host, but it's definitely not my show. My guests take over the show, to be sure. It's proudly presented by Currency Bank. It is primarily a weekly show, but from time to time there are some scheduling snafus. That happened this week. We don't have a new episode up this week. We had not a cancellation, but a rescheduling, to be sure. But hear from the voices that shape the state's economy. Listen and subscribe at all your favorite platforms. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. You can also catch every episode over at talk1073.com. And like I said, we'll be back up at it next week for sure. All right. Every once in a while, we step away from the headlines to check in on a story that, I not just say human interest, but that's exactly what this is. Kermit Parker is said to be the most innocent man in Angola prison. He's been in Angola for 35 years for a crime that Trent Angers says he did not commit. Trent, welcome back to Talk 1073. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing fine. I appreciate it.
Oh, no, of course. Glad to be talking about this and telling the story a little bit. In fact, I'm not going to tell the story at all. I'm going to let you do it from start to finish. The story of Kermit Parker is what?
Well, let me just say I am joining with former LSU coach Dale Brown and others to petition the Baton Rouge District Attorney Hiller Moore to do the right thing and to join with Kermit Parker's attorney to move to vacate this wrongful conviction. It's plain to see now, after a public records request has revealed a lot of exculpatory evidence from the district attorney's files, and it's very clear to us that Kermit Parker is an innocent man.
Okay, let's rewind back to the original story. What he was accused of doing, how the scenario played out in real time when it happened, and what ended up with him being wrongfully accused.
Yeah, he's being wrongfully accused of killing a policeman named Warren Broussard in June of 1988 during a burglary. He didn't do it. The actual killer, the actual shooter, confessed to doing it. The gunpowder residue is all over the actual killer's hands. Mm-hmm. The actual killer failed a more than one lie detector test. And anyway, Kermit Parker is not the person, but the actual killer was indicted, but then released. And he was released because he he was brutalized in the infamous Baton Rouge Brave Cave, the Baton Rouge Police Department's Brave Cave.
Pause right there. This happened back in 1988, you said, right?
That's correct.
The Brave Cave was active in 88?
Well, if it wasn't the actual Brave Cave, it would have been another facility. But I understood that this was done to him, and I understood it was in the Brave Cave, but it may not have gone back that far. I understand the Brave Cave is now closed, right? It's been shut down.
But man, that would be quite the peeling back of the layers of the onion to find out, that this thing has an origin story that dates back that far.
Yeah, it's my understanding that the Brave Cave or a similar facility was operating at the time.
So you got Kermit Parker and I believe Damian Lundy was the other person's name, or at least that's the way I've read it online. They are on the morning of June 21st, 1998, out to commit a robbery in the Goodwood area, Goodwood Homesite subdivision. Walk me through how things went awry.
Yeah, well, there were three guys who were involved with a burglary, and a policeman on a motorcycle came up. This was Sergeant Warren Broussard, and basically caught him in the process, or caught him on the scene where they shouldn't have been. Mm-hmm. And he told them to get their hands up, or to put their hands, get down on the ground. Anyway, the actual shooter, not Parker, shot the policeman in the stomach, and then he shot him again through the helmet and killed him. And that was the crime of murder that brought all this on.
How did it get pinned on Parker instead?
Well, it seems that between the police department and the district attorney's office and the community sentiment, somebody was going to pay for this. And if it wasn't the actual shooter, then Parker was a handy guy to put it on. Parker maintains that he was framed, that the manipulation of information. In other words, the DA's office and the police, they were determined to get somebody. You're not going to get away with killing a policeman. So the reason that the actual shooter got out of this was that he did get immunity, but it was also learned by his defense lawyers that he had been brutalized. He had been waterboarded and tortured and high pressured, and the man actually gave a verbal and confession, and he signed the confession that was written by Sergeant Greg Ferries at the time of the Baton Rouge Police Department.
Oh, wow.
So Ferries wrote the confession, typed it up, and the actual killer signed it. And so there were 3 or 4 layers of reason why it was clear that Kermit Parker didn't do it. This other man did it.
So BRPD had it right. They just went about it the wrong way, which kicked it over to Parker instead.
Yes. That's correct. That's what happened. I mean, the actual shooter was he copped a plea, or he worked with the attorneys to, and he got immunity, and basically began pointing the finger at Kermit Parker. Parker was 19 years old at the time, and he has now been in prison for his entire adult life. And if it's true, and we believe sincerely that this man is innocent, then Coach Dale Brown is the one who involved me with this subject, and I have been investigating it myself as a journalist. Mm-hmm. And anyway, Dale Brown has been involved with getting 4 or 5 people, or even 6 people, out of prison or having their sentences reduced. And anyway, he knows, and his instinct is, and what he knows of the facts, he knows that Kermit Parker is absolutely an innocent man.
We're going to talk with Trent Angers about the most innocent man in Angola prison. How did this make it to Dale Brown's radar and then subsequently yours?
Oh, well, Dale Brown would visit. He had a close relationship with the former warden of Angola, who was Burl Cain, and Dale would visit Angola pretty frequently. He even took his basketball team up to Angola to scrimmage the Angola basketball team. That was like a gesture of respect. Because people are in prison doesn't mean that they're trash. It doesn't mean that they are no good, or as we say in Cajun French, that they're pas bon necessarily.
Right.
Anyway, so this was an effort, kind of a humanistic effort to show respect for the humanity of inmates at Angola. So that's how Dale got connected to Angola. And Dale told me about this, and this was maybe a year ago, about the Kermit Parker case, and he was incensed, and he kept saying that I'm telling you that this man is innocent. And anyway, my relationship with Dale Brown is that I am his biographer,
Mm-hmm.
and I wrote the biography of Dale Brown. It's called Dale Brown Court. And anyway, that's my connection to Dale Brown, and that's my connection to this case.
We got about 2 minutes left with Trent Angers talking about the most innocent man in Angola prison. What's the future look like here? What's the likelihood that Kermit Parker sees some sort of a rehearing or some sort of a 35-year mulligan?
Oh yeah, well that's that's maybe the headline here. A petition has been filed with the Louisiana Supreme Court, a petition for a new trial, and it's based on three things. One of which is the exculpatory evidence that was dug up and discovered in the district attorney's file. Another one is an inadequate counsel, and let's see, there was a third one. But anyway, inadequate counsel and exculpatory evidence. I want to make it clear too that the district attorney, the present district attorney, Hiller Moore, was not the prosecuting. His office wasn't the prosecuting attorney at the time. It was Doug Morrow, who was the district attorney then, not Hiller Moore. But we believe that the present district attorney's office, they know this man is innocent. The exculpatory evidence that proves it. And by the way, the evidence was dug up in 2022 from the DA's files, according to a public records request. And without that, we wouldn't even know the facts that were hidden or not shared with the defense. So anyway, but the DA, we believe the DA's office knows, but it's their job, of course, to make convictions stick. But in the interest of the honorable thing, the fair thing, would be to acknowledge that a mistake was made way back then, and to let this innocent man out of prison.
Has Doug Morrow, former District Attorney Doug Morrow, or any of the ADAs within his office gone back and commented on the case to say that we tried at the time, we saw it this way then, but seeing what we see now, it might have been different?
I don't think there's been such an admission from the DA's office from anybody there, but I think that they know in their heart of hearts that this outcome was wrong. This outcome was unjust and really should be reversed.
He is Trent Angers talking about Kermit Parker, the quote unquote the most innocent man in Angola prison. Trent, man, I appreciate the story, and let me know if and when there's an update that we can get some follow through on this.
Okay, and bear in mind last week the petition was filed with the Louisiana Supreme Court, and we expect that this is going to move forward relatively quickly.
All right, just let me know as soon as it does. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always. Trent Angers, right there. Hopefully we do have some follow-up on that one. We got just a couple seconds before we meet news here at the bottom of the hour. Patty G's on the back end of that. Got to remind you about the folks over at Industry Makes. 1 week from today, the show will be on the road, broadcasting live from L'Auberge in Lake Charles. Thanks to the folks at Industry Makes. They're sending us to the Legislator Conference. I was talking with Desiree over at Industry Makes yesterday about putting together the guest list on how to best tell the story of what industry does in driving Louisiana's economy. And that's what Industry Makes is all about, is telling that story. Learn more at industrymakes.org. Oh, shit. I got hit with like a wall of tired. I have to get up and walk around for just a second. Okay. The main task this morning is going to be explaining why this is important to the audience. Because I dig it, which is why I'm on board with it. But when you say, I was thinking the life cycle of a private equity acquisition, I'm like, The life cycle of a private equity acquisition. So the first thing I did was Google private equity acquisition. So that's what got me on board with the story. But how do we tell it with a little bit of hype?
Because it's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 3 instances we talk about. 2 of them are with Bernhard Capital.
Yeah.
And one of them really impacts the end consumer because it was a hospital that drastically declined its care because of a private equity purchase.
Which one? Did I not scroll down far enough?
No, I sent you a very long text.
Yeah, you did. Broken down by in 2-minute intervals.
Glenwood Regional Medical Center out in West Monroe.
Yeah, that's not here. But yes.
Louisiana. I'm sorry. Okay. I mean, so do you want to talk through the stories and the companies, or just the broader conversation around private equity? Because I mean, we could start from inception.
Well, no, I want to. Here's where we got to do. Bring it back around to changing the face of downtown Baton Rouge. How can we utilize what we've seen in other areas to build the business here the right way?
Got it. So make it tied to downtown.
Susan Bourgeois was on yesterday. One of the things she talked about is their 9x90 plan. Next year's their 90th anniversary. They've got 9 goals they want to meet. She's the Secretary of Economic Development. One of the things is, you know, every time you have a hot restaurant in Louisiana that like catches on like wildfire, it moves to Dallas or Atlanta. How do we put an end to that? So there will be crossover here. It'll come on the conversation. There will be crossover.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like it.
Sore ass legs.
Why so sore, man?
Well, because I have arthritis in my knees, which means every so often I have to stop working on the lower body. Which means when leg day comes back around, because my knees feel better, it's sore again. So
Yeah. My knees pop every time I bend down. I sound a whole lot older than I am. I go to I was doing something with our intern, and we both went to bend down and grab a box, and my knees popped. And he was like, "Dude, you all right?" I was like, "You'll get there." He's like, "You're not much older than me." It's bad. Yeah. It's like any time I'll be standing for an extended period of time, I'll just go to like drop a pen or something on the floor, I'll bend down, and I'm just like, I'm not old enough. Not old enough to have that impact me.
something with your intern.
We were moving boxes, Brian. It's too early for that type of talk.
My intern's Danny Fields' daughter, so.
Yeah, so you got to be careful what you say about your intern work.
She's only 1 year older than my daughter.
Kill the mics real quick.
736 Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP. Mornings with Brian Haldane rolling right along. Every so often we get to get caught up with not the OG, the Patty G. Patrick Gremmillion's in the house. How are you, man?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm very well as well. We like to talk a little business, like dream big and pull from, sometimes pull from the headlines, sometimes just pull from some of the back page stories as well. I think we're somewhere in between this week.
We are in between, and just as we were coming in, we mentioned that there's no real title to this segment, right?
No, we don't have a title for it.
What if it's like Business in the Bayou?
Like, it's awful.
Okay, never mind then.
No, it's just, it's, okay, so like, Franz is legally served.
Right.
Haggai is a cup of Tech Gumbo because his full show is Tech Gumbo, so you don't order the whole bowl, you get a cup.
You get a little flavor.
Business on the Bayou?
Business on the Bayou, Business in the Bayou, Bayou Business, I don't know.
No. It's got to be more. I say this with all hesitancy.
Okay.
It's got to be more based off of you and me.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to feed your ego, and I definitely don't want to feed mine. But Business on the Bayou sounds like that could be like in every Wednesday newspaper in Dularge. I don't.
I think that is the newspaper in Dularge.
Bro,
Welcome back to Business on the Bayou. Tomorrow we're gonna preview your high school football. I mean, it's just a little bit too generic.
Okay, all right.
I need more Patty G centric.
Got it.
All right.
Got it. Okay.
That's
back to the drawing board then.
And that's why we're still like 5 years in and still no title.
Has it been that long?
Well, you had a couple of hiatuses for for paternity leave and whatnot.
Right.
So,
but has it really been that long? We've been doing this for 5 years.
We started right on the back end of the pandemic, doing this segment.
Sure enough.
So 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years. I've been doing the Patty G show for 6.
Yeah, because I came on the Patty G show in like March of 2020.
Right, during Lent, during Lent,
during Lent, but it was the height of the pandemic. So
that was the start of the pandemic.
Well, when everybody was scared out of their minds.
Correct.
When we all thought like COVID was like a sci-fi film where it's just like, ooh, it's the blob or it's the fog.
Right, like don't touch door handles.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Remember to wipe off your mail.
Yeah, remember people wiping groceries in their driveway?
Wait, remember when we were going one way in the grocery aisle?
That's right. We had like traffic stops in the grocery store.
I'm sorry,
sorry,
sir.
we can only have 10 people in the Calandros.
Salad dressing goes from east to west. Cereal aisle goes the other way.
Right, but I mean, like,
God, we did some dumb stuff, didn't we?
We did, but you got to think about the businesses that sparked up from that, right? Like grocery delivery.
Oh yeah.
We weren't really into that, right?
No, I know. It was. Well, you had
a little bit.
You had like Waiter. Was that the local one? Was Waiter?
Well, yeah, Waiter was doing your food though, not your groceries.
Oh yeah.
And then now, like, you go to like a Target, and there's a whole you just see Target employees shopping,
right,
for other people.
Yeah.
And then now you've got these true delivery services. You keep your Uber Eats and all that stuff.
Well, and I guess that is one of the cool things that came out of it is like people still use that, although they don't use it nearly to the volume. And I will tell you this: if I go to a grocery store and I see like 6 numbered spots for pull-up delivery, I'm parking there and walking in.
But they're taking the closest ones.
That's right.
You've got like 1, 2, 3 handicap.
Right.
And like the handicap's further away.
Right.
And like you're just sitting there in your car, right?
Yeah. I need 2 items. I'm going in for 2 items. I'll come right back out.
Right.
I'll park at number 4 and be good. If you're telling me 3 other people are going to show up for their grocery deliveries in the time that it takes me to run in and run out,
they might, Brian.
They're not going to.
They might. And
they
look,
haven't yet.
You're going to have some confused employee walk out there. Excuse me, sir. Are you? What's your order number?
I'll just pop.
I don't have your order number, sir.
I should pop my trunk before I run in.
See if somebody just walks in, puts groceries.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I remember like we used to have to hold the phones up so they could scan the QR code to verify you were who you said you were.
They don't even do that anymore.
No, now they're just like, hey, is this yours?
Yeah.
I'm like, if it's got diapers, sure. Yeah. I'll take it. Count me in.
We were supposed to talk about private equity acquisitions today. How do we get started on this?
So we get started because it's like every entrepreneur's dream, right?
Yeah.
You have 2 outcomes when you start your business.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is if you're really, really passionate about the craft, you want to build it, grow it, and ultimately run it for life, right? Because it's what you love, what you do.
Yeah.
Then you have the flip side of that scenario where the entrepreneur says, I'm going to build this business, get it so big, so fast that I can exit for a profit. That's what my goal is. I'm building to get it to a certain scale, then I'm going to sell it and pass the reins, let somebody else take over and just run with it.
Okay.
You know, so you've seen a lot of local examples of that. Barbecue Guys being one of the bigger ones here, right? Started off in Baton Rouge and now sold out to the Manning Fund.
Marucci.
Yeah, Marucci, another prime example, right? So there's big success stories here in Baton Rouge that have done it. And you kind of start looking at this from, those were all product-based businesses, right? That's pretty simple. You know, so long as we can continue to make bats, we can continue to make barbecue pits, it's easy. Where the tricky element of private equity comes in are your service-based businesses, meaning I'm a hospital, right? I am an engineering firm. I am, which is becoming more and more popular, an accounting firm. You've got private equity buying them to sell them some other type of service. And so you end up having this scenario where you've built a business, you've grown it to a certain number, you've got a certain size team, and you're excited about it, right? Happening all over here in Baton Rouge, downtown, wherever it may be. And then you get a knock on your door or an email. You ever thought about selling? And we all know everybody's got a price, right?
Yeah. Said Ted
There's a price
DiBiase.
for everything.
Ted DiBiase said that in the 80s.
Yeah. So it's like, what is the price?
Hey, JP. He has no idea who Ted DiBiase
No,
is.
I just glazed right over.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Kept moving.
It's the old school WWF before it was a WWE. He was the $1 million man, Ted DiBiase. And that was his tagline. Everybody has a price. Nailed it with a laugh, by the way.
Sure.
All right.
I believe you, Brian.
Whatever. Go ahead.
I believe you.
Go ahead.
All right. So
everybody has a price.
So everybody ends up
here's
with a
the thing,
price.
though. Here's the thing, though. When you're talking about a service like a hospital, though,
Yeah.
normally that price is based off of, I don't want to say like suffering, but not meeting potential. Like normally you're looking to sell if things aren't that good. Whereas if you are like, let's say the Barbecue Guys or whatever, you're scaling beyond belief and you can't keep up with your own success. So boom, blast off, dump it off on somebody else's lap. Or if you're, the next internet craze, the next app that goes wild, when you're on the uptick, you're selling based off of an inflated number versus something that you've been in business for a while. And it's like, man, these numbers are dwindling.
So you've got different scenarios and why you would sell, right?
Right.
You know, one of them being that where you're trying to scale beyond your current capacity, or really mental space is one of the biggest hangups, right? Somebody thinks, oh, I could never get to X number in revenue because I just don't see the potential of that with the business. And you have private equity come in and say, no, we think you can. And here's our strategy and what we're going to do. Gallo Mechanical being a prime example of that. Family-run business. So Gallo Mechanical, they were founded in 1945.
In New Orleans.
In New Orleans, yes. So they're a fourth generation, which that alone, a fourth generation family-run business, you rarely see nowadays.
Right.
Because you've got the first generation that made it. Second generation's continuing that legacy. By the time you get to third and fourth, generally somebody's been like, I've been seeing this my whole life. It's not my cup of tea.
Right.
But they did something right. So they have sustained that over 4 generations. Now, this year in June, it was announced that Citation Capital. You also notice all private equity firms have capital somewhere in their name.
Right. Yes.
You know?
Which there's a side part to this where there's a good and a bad.
Correct.
So talk about the good.
So the good here is you have a Dallas-based private equity firm founded in 23 that found this organization, family-run business, and said, we think you provide a stellar service. What you do is phenomenal. We're going to come in and take you across the Gulf South. We're going to take you and expand beyond where you're located. So they came in and bought a majority share, but left enough equity that the family still had a good bit of feeling that they were still doing what they wanted to do from the get-go. And so you've got the relationship there where they're coming in private equity majority, and you have still a substantial ownership with the family so they can have an impact on the day-to-day, but have other people that have the bandwidth and the know-how to bring it beyond.
Okay. When you have an acquisition like this and you have the word capital built in your name, you have one goal in mind and one goal only.
Correct.
That's profit.
Correct.
When you have a fourth-generation family business, the people that work for that family probably work for multiple generations as well.
Oh, yeah.
So let's say Citation Capital rolls in and says, we're going to expand you across the Gulf South, but everybody here now has to be certain. Their HVAC is one of the big things they do.
Yep.
everybody here now has to be certified in whatever the latest technology is on, like, let's say smart thermostats or whatever.
Yeah.
But, Joe, who has worked for Jim since the 60s, doesn't know and can't re-up. So, like, you run into personal stories falling to the wayside for profit.
Correct. And look, these guys, they've done the Superdome and NASA's assembly facility, right?
Misha,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, so they're not just doing residential stuff.
Right.
So, again, probably one of the reasons they were attractive. Yes, you're going to have those people who have been with the organization for generations that have said, I saw your dad run this thing. And what often happens in a family-run organization, it's hard to reach a certain level as an employee that's not sharing the name. Because for whatever reason, the family wants to continually pass it down. It's heritage.
Yeah.
And it's tough for them to make a decision to bring somebody else in without that bloodline, right? Insert private equity, it kind of opens that up to a little different field of play. So if you're somebody who's been with them for generations and you're still hungry and you want to grow beyond what they can see, and you've got a Dallas-based firm come in and say, we're going to go across the states, then different opportunity.
Okay, different opportunity, but there's still a similar ceiling, though. All right, you don't start as, like, putting in duct work in the Superdome and end up as CEO. That's going to go to somebody with an Ivy League degree the same way it goes to somebody who's coming from this. Damn it, I'm about to rhyme. That's going to go to someone with an Ivy League degree as opposed to somebody from the family tree.
So clever.
It wasn't intentional.
I mean,
I stopped.
Your
I
brain
tried
was
to stop,
on it.
I know, but you see what I'm saying there,
Yeah.
though. Is that you one ceiling disappears, but a new one, the dome has a roof on it.
Right.
That one was intentional.
There you go. So, yeah, the dome has a roof on it, but it's a bigger roof.
Right.
It's got more room to not just have a CEO. Now you could potentially have a whole C-suite.
Right.
Right? And so when you explore that, it opens up the possibility for people who have been with them for longer than just 1 or 2 years, who just started running pipe, right? They now have the ability to say, I can stick with this organization for a long time and have more growth than just being a pipe fitter, so to speak.
We got your money now coming up 1 minute from right now. On the back end, I want to bring this home to Baton Rouge a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the story in New Orleans, that company is a great example here, but we got some stories in our own backyard. But I also want to broaden this out to talk about Plan Baton Rouge Phase 3. And we're only going to have 4 minutes with which to do it. But how can that be a factor in what's going on in downtown Baton Rouge?
Yeah.
That's where we're going to head when we come back. Hey, got to remind you real quick, Talk 107.3 and Citizens Bank and Trust want to make things a little bit easier on your budget by making your groceries for an entire year. Even if you don't win the grand prize, we're awarding second chance prizes of $250 gift cards to High Neighbor Supermarkets. It's the free groceries for year sweepstakes powered by Citizens Bank and Trust, High Neighbor, and Talk 107.3. Register now at talk1073.com. We've got Your Money Now coming up. On the back end of Your Money Now, we will continue with Patrick Gremillion, host of the Patty G Show. Next hour, Rocco will be in the house. Get ready for it.
I'm ready.
Get ready for
I'm
it.
ready.
I don't even know. I don't even care what we're reading. I don't even care what we're
I'm
reading.
buckled in.
Awesome. Here's Your Money Now. It's It does. It does. So it's just been. I know I always have a problem sleeping, and it's always a different reason. But this one I feel is a pretty legitimate reason.
Oh, no doubt. Need some melatonin gummies.
I take 10 milligrams of melatonin every night.
Maybe you need 20.
I have a Tito's martini most nights.
Oh, there you go. Mixed in.
Along with.
Just get the melatonin powder. And just
Well,
add that straight to the Tito's martini.
Anything beyond that, I feel like I would just wake up on the Mississippi River Bridge wearing pajamas.
At least you're in pajamas.
No, the bridge was in pajamas. How the bridge got in pajamas, I'll never know. Jeez. That was possibly the worst Groucho Marx ever. The Ted DiBiase was on point, though. I'll stand by that.
I believe you. I have no evidence to say the contrary. So do we go with Plan BR3 as an opportunity for these larger PE firms to invest because the city landscape is expanding or redefining itself? Hey, Quentin.
Oh,
My wife sends me this.
very nice. He's not old enough for school yet?
He's not even 4.
Little Saints.
Yeah, no, we couldn't.
Didn't do Little Saints?
No, he'll be in Little Saints next year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought he was an old. All right.
No, he's still at Jumps. He's at
Yeah.
Jumps because it gives Charlotte one more year of same location drop off.
Fair.
So, old Yvette will be at Jumps. She'll be 2 in October.
Yeah, we had 1 year where everybody was at the same school, just 1 year. And half that year got interrupted by COVID.
Oh. Yeah, no bueno. So, no, he'll be, he'll be at Little Saints next year. I don't think they're ready for he and his cousin to be in potentially the same class.
No. 7:55, Talk 107.3 FM, WBRP, Mornings with Brian Haldane, rolling right along. We got Patty G in the house. We're talking about private equity acquisitions, and I want to spin this into how we can help grow Baton Rouge as a result of it. Not just sell a company that grows someone's individual portfolio, that grows,
Right.
And it's good for us, absolutely, yes. But, okay, we're going through Plan Baton Rouge Phase 3 right now, right?
Yep.
Okay. One of the stories you had sent over was Atlas Technical Consultants.
Yeah.
Originally built through a roll-up of smaller engineering and inspection firms, headquartered in Texas, but backed and scaled by Bernhard Capital Partners right here in Baton Rouge. Now, is there a way through the acquisition process to say, we need to move your headquarters? We have a built-out building ready for you down here. We have the space available. We have added workforce that you're going to need because as we acquire you, you are going to grow. Is there a way to spin one thing into that?
100%. And it happens. You've got these equity firms generally, if they're going out, it's like a Bernhard Capital, for example. That was not their first acquisition.
Right.
That's not the first investment they've made. And there are 4 stories I sent you. They were 2 of them. Right. So they've got a history of doing so. Now, I don't know all of the insides and outs of every single deal that they do, but there is a world in which you say, we're going to purchase you. And one of the agreements is if you're on Blue Bonnet or whatever, and we want to move you to downtown BR because we have a space that will fit your growth that we want to get you on all day, every day.
Why? And Blue Bonnet to downtown is one thing.
Right.
But Houston to downtown Baton Rouge would be another. And like you said, this isn't Bernhard Capital's. No, Bernhard Capital, they're like Rodney Dangerfield in the pro shop in Caddyshack. Give me 2 of those, give me 3 of those. I need some of those naked lady tees. Oh, look at this hat. Worst hat I ever saw. Like that's Bernhard Capital is Al Cervic.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, when you have one exit at 1.3 billion,
Yeah.
you can do a little bit more with it.
Right. Looks good on you though.
Yeah. So like when you have that scenario and they say we're really wanting to expand our operations from Houston to BR,
right?
Then that becomes part of the conversation with PE of, okay, great, one of our portfolio companies has a building that's for lease right now. Let's just go ahead and stick you there.
Right.
Or let's open up a second office because we've got a company that works on actual staffing that can source you and get you all the team members you need. So when you start looking at these equity groups, they start having a portfolio of businesses. And when they find something that's got gold in it, they can utilize their other entities to really spring that up and bring it out to life in a whole new a whole new landscape.
We got about 2 minutes left in the segment here. And I know this wasn't the original intent of where the segment was supposed to go, but there are growth potentials here. There are cautionary tales as well. So in these last 2 minutes, walk me through an example of a cautionary tale and how to avoid it so we can maximize for the audience.
For PE?
Yeah.
Okay. So cautionary tale is when you're working at an organization, they come in and say, we're going to be sold to a larger organization, and they're going to start inflicting all these different changes on us. The first thing you want to ask is, what are our operations going to look like? As an employee, what's changing? If you start changing software, and then you start changing your timekeeping apparatus, then next thing you know, they're saying, great, now that you've gotten all this, we're going to start hiring a bunch of people to pump the numbers up because they're looking at a runway. Their runway is to sell it to the next PE firm.
Right.
That's the cautionary tale. If you start seeing staff skyrocket for no reason because the work's not coming in, you might want to start freshening up your resume.
All right. So I was going to work that from the other angle is the number of times I got very, very closely introduced to the term RIF, reduction in force. Because, when you start to see new technology introduced, oftentimes that means you're no longer necessary.
Yeah.
When you start to see it in the radio world, it happens a lot.
Right. I mean, we can just make your whole show AI at this point.
With
your voice.
Right. Or as it's been in the case syndication in the past. It's, everybody can come from Los Angeles. Right. So, all right. We got to pick this up again because there's a lot more on the back end of the discussion, but we're out of time.
There's a whole lot to unpack.
And I think I hear somebody getting off the elevator.
Of course.
So,
So we'll pick this up next time and buy you business.
Absolutely. He's Patty G, host of the Patty G Show. Here comes news. That was freaking good. That was good. That caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for that. After I was mad at myself for not committing to the Rodney Dangerfield impression.
I had to slide it in, man.
So good, brother. Awesome. Oh, shit.
I know. So you can't cap it.
Right. So I don't know.
Can't, and that's why, like, obviously, buy your business is not always be the word, but it's like, what do we then?
Sometimes it's about the nuts and bolts. Sometimes it's about dreaming big.
Yeah.
So.
And sometimes it's just like, here's a cool story that came out this week. It's about nothing grander than that.
Yeah. Which is why it should be about us as the personalities.
Yeah.
More so than the individual topics. So we'll work on it.
Yeah. I feel like there's some play on our names there that we can make.
Yeah.
Something. I know. I'll do some. What's your middle name?
Joseph. Don't. I deal with that shit all the way through high school.
What? What's wrong with Joseph? No, BJ. I call him BJ Haldane. Why not? What's wrong with BJ and Patty G?
Because BJ has another connotation, Patty G.
No problem. We'll do the PG version of BJ.
Yeah, and then like my dad used to mess with me. He says you were named after BJ Honeycutt on MASH, and then come to find out that BJ Honeycutt didn't replace Trapper John until '77, and I was born in '76. You full of shit, Dad.
Come on. Oh,
Dad was trolling you.
Yeah. Yeah, that happened.
And yet here you are.
Yeah.
Oh, so poor a soul.
No, not at all. I'm not going about the pity for myself. That's not what I'm here for.
Can we start with maybe a different color of your logo? I feel like that would get rid of the Jurassic World element.
I don't want to go back.
But that even makes it look more so Jurassic Park. Like look at this.
No, it's look. Forget it. My wife ruined it, dude.
See
Like
how this pops out? Like that is just like the side of the Jeep.
it just shows how right she was. Like it just
Like the tan Jeep. Yeah.
no.
So what you're saying is I could replace it with that. No one would even know until probably halfway through.
You so should throw the Jurassic Park logo in there, and then nobody would know the difference. I think the coloring is actually identical.
It is. It needs yellow. There's no yellow in there.
Mornings. Oh. No, I agree with. I agree with just throw the dinosaur.
Most of the time, gonna raise a little cane with the boys. This is the beat council, baby. You can either call me Troubadour Troy. I'm not finished. Hold on. Corduroy
Corduroy Troy.
or Texas Troy. Playlist coming in and out.
Oh dear God.
Oh, I just met a guy. I was in the Walmart. He was from Liverpool.
You know what? You're keeping it.
Do you know the chip Balti sandwiches? You know fish and chips?
Yes.
So they put that on a sandwich, and it's very good. And the true,
He's wearing a cowboy
I'm
hat.
always learning you stuff.
Yeah.
The true fish and chips are made with what kind of fish? Do y'all know? Codfish.
Yes.
Guess what fish has the most dense amount of protein in it than any other fish?
Cod. Yeah.
Now the British, they might have bad teeth, but they know a lot about health and nutrition.
It's got the right fats in it too.
Okay, man.
Do what?
You're red.
I stole a microwave.
Okay, look.
I
Oh, well, you know. You work with these guys too, brother? Or you going on there? I work with them. Okay.
that's, well, he's
I want my $300 for the bail bonds.
what?
Don't act like you don't know.
I don't know.
Medicaid swindle fraud thing you had going on with your
Bro.
side chick. Yeah, I want my $300 cash.
Hang on now. Hang
Did
on
anybody
now.
see that?
I didn't see that.
No.
Oh wait, yes I did.
I
Yes
got
I
it
did.
on my phone.
Yes I did. Yes, that's you.
I got it on my phone.
Please, you saw it? No.
Yeah.
Wait, why is that not on the? Why is that not on the
Are
slide?
you down with the
Why is that
knack?
not in the slide?
Down with the what?
The knack.
The knack?
You know my vernacular.
Oh, man.
My vernacular.
The knack
my
sang
own-
My Sharona in
my
1979.
lexicon, brother.
Some of it. I'm down with some of it.
That is, if there was ever a doppelganger,
Yeah.
that's one,
Oh,
bro.
that's a
I thought
doppelgangbang.
it was you. I was on the horn. I was already calling my guy. I got a friend of mine.
Yeah.
You know,
My
Joe
DMs
Bag of Donuts. He
are-
puts up the cash. And if you don't pay him, guess who's coming next? Vinny Potato Salad.
Dude, and you don't want that because after Vinny comes Big Vinny. And then Little Vinny and Regular Vinny.
Who is that?
That's Rocco.
Yeah,
What
you
you
were
mean,
like,
who
I
is
don't know if
that?
I've met
That's the
Rocco.
corner
You would know.
Roy.
That-
Yes.
You
throw
will.
that on the slide. Please throw that on the slide.
Wait
Put that on the screen.
wait till he's in. Wait till he brings it up. It's not going to make sense until he brings it up. Just having it up there randomly.
What time am I going on?
Oh, you baked cookies
I
this
baked
morning?
cookies.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm so
this
sweet.
year, August 1st, this year is the 25th anniversary of Rocco's on Drusilla this year. 25 years it's been over. Guess what else today is? Well, at least I thought it was. I thought it was wrong with the date. I thought today was my 25th anniversary. It's actually tomorrow.
Better to get that wrong a day ahead than a
Yeah,
day late.
a day later.
Haldane.
What?
I got married on the 9th. 3-3's Haldane.
That's okay.
What time am I going on?
Next segment, we got to knock
I
out
gotta
this
do
day in
this.
history. We're gonna battle through it.
I love this day in history.
Yeah, you do.
Why won't you let me sit in on this? This is one of my favorite
These
things I
are
do.
historical
Hey,
moments.
JP, you're welcome for your nickname.
Hey,
You're welcome.
you see that?
You're welcome.
You see that?
If I knew you guys were here, I would have offered you one. I got up, Scott Rob.
Just keep it going.
Conan took one. I only had 4. I had 3 already, so I don't need another one.
8:07. Talk
one you
107.3 FM, WBRP. Mornings with Brian Haldane rolling right along. Hour 3 coming your way right now.
I hate when people do that. Either you like the orange or you like the lemon.
It's
Which
orange.
one you
I'll take
want?
orange. I love
Cowboy
orange.
Troy's in the house.
Orange is
Troubadour. No.
Troubadour Troy. Corduroy
Or
Troy.
Corduroy. That's right, baby. I'm
Corduroy
here.
Troy, the Lone Ranger.
25th anniversary of Rocco's, August 1st. You didn't know what kind of sandwich I was going to do. You know why?
Because you didn't tell me.
That was by design.
Uh-huh.
If you had to guess what po' boy I'm doing today, what one would you think I would be doing on the 25th anniversary of Rocco's?
The original roast beef.
This dude here. He's got a brain.
Yeah.
Now, by the way.
Some people call me that, by the way.
Yeah. Well,
It was a
that was the
misspelling.
reference. You follow me, man. You know how the train goes. I tell
It's
you this
got
all
weed
the
in
time.
it.
No,
All right.
it does not have THC. And my bride, Jill Cosentina Moro, those are blooms. Okay? They're better than the Alanis, according to her, as far as health and nutrition.
But are they, as far as that jolt of energy?
Oh, I don't know. I'm on number 3, so I guess that's 600 milligrams of caffeine. So I'm
600
I'm
milligrams.
feeling good.
Oh,
I mean, I ain't no problem with me, dude. I'm gonna carry you on my back because you look like you're winded from going up the steps. Which, by the way, if that microwave wasn't up here, I was bolting.
So
I'd have walked up and walked the flip out.
Let's be very clear. I went and stole that microwave for you. I went and stole that from Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn. I stole their microwave.
You know what one of the 10 is, huh?
Do what?
Thou shalt not steal.
I'm aware of that.
I think you need to go to confession about that, but I'm not a
This-
priest, and I'm not here to judge
list,
you.
On the list of reasons I need
But
to
I
go
will
to
tell you,
confession, on the list, that's pretty low.
If you don't give me my $300 for paying for the bail bondsman, you and I are going to wrestle right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Where is my cash? That's all I want to know.
For
You
the bail-
call me at freaking 2 o'clock in the morning. I get out of bed because you're my brother in Christ, and you told me you'd have my cash. Where's my cash? I've been here an hour. I ain't got no cash.
You've been here an hour?
Yeah.
All right.
I was over there talking to Condon and Rob. I was on their show. Saw Michelle Southern, got some tickets, went to Gordy's office. He was in there. I could hear him breathing. Wouldn't open the door. Just wouldn't open the door.
Sorry, I'll have your
But
money
do
soon.
your
I
this
will have
week
your
in
money
history
soon.
because you know it's one of my favorite things you do.
It's JP's segment. It's not even
JP,
me.
please do it. I love it.
Are you
It's one of my
ready?
favorite. And
Let's
I'm
go.
going to heat up the gravy. I'm going to leave y'all alone. Talk amongst yourselves. Whew.
Rampant chaos.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. Okay. Got the blood pumping here. Let's see. Hey, we're going to start off in 1609, where Galileo presents his telescope to the Venetian Senate in Venice.
Okay.
So that happened.
Yeah, it did.
1786, U.S. Congress unanimously chooses the dollar as a monetary unit for the United States.
Good for them, man.
Yeah.
I wonder what else was out there before the dollar. Before they came around to the
Yeah.
dollar.
Right.
You know?
What other currency?
Yes. Here, I propose French toast.
Yeah. There we go.
From this day forth, French toast will be our currency.
There we go. Fish and chips. Hey, let's see. 1945, President Harry Truman signs the United Nations Charter.
Ooh.
This day, music news here. 1969, the Beatles are photographed by Lane McMillan crossing the street as they walk away from EMI Recording Studios for the cover of their Abbey Road album.
No way. That
That was
famous
this day.
famous photograph
That's right.
they stole from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
1974, U.S. President Richard Nixon announces he will resign at 12 p.m. the next
right.
day.
Cool.
1988, rap group NWA releases their debut studio album Straight Outta Compton today.
Love it.
Man.
Coming
yeah.
straight out of Low Cash.
Yeah, the album redefined the direction of hip hop, and in 2017, it was selected for preservation in the National Recording Registry by the Library of Congress as being, quote, culturally, historically, or artistically significant.
And the person who made that announcement couldn't tell you what the N stood for.
Nope.
Okay.
1982.
1992.
Oh, you know where I was going.
Yeah.
Keeping it music
I talked
news.
to Condon this morning.
James, we talking about James Hetfield?
No.
Oh my goodness. The studio's about to explode. We got Condon and Rocco in the same room. This is insanity.
Let's do the forehead
Condon,
tag.
get on a mic.
Don't make me do
Who?
it.
Come on. You know what? Let's go. Let's go.
Who you think?
right.
Let's go.
Who you think's got a bigger forehead?
Oh,
First of all, because he always used to tease me. All right, now look at his, look at mine. And who looks more like Frankenstein, him or me? Look.
Are you serious
Look.
right now? It's not.
Let me give you a side profile. My size of head, like a 9.5 helmet I wore.
Frankenstein decided to get in the gym and lose the fat.
What is going on here? I'm in.
RC drank a
Hey, guess
balloon,
what?
too.
Hey, Rocco, you know what you and I have different than the guy who's
Here we
hosting
go.
this show?
Tell me.
We truly have New Orleans DNA because we were born in New Orleans.
EJ General.
He's the tribute
I was
guy.
born at EJ General.
Brian
That's
Halliday's
not-
like a
that's
tribute
not-
band.
that's
He's a
not New
tribute
Orleans.
band.
No, it's off West Esplanade.
That's not
Metairie.
New Orleans. That's
No, it's not
Metro.
I
New Orleans.
understand.
That's Metro. You got to be
I'm
from
not
the
like-
lower
Hey,
9.
Rock, he's like an Elvis impersonator.
See, look,
I'm not
hold
trying to
on.
pretend,
RC
though.
and I going to
He's
speak.
not from New
We're going to
Orleans.
speak New Orleans today, man.
Oh my.
How you doing,
goodness.
bro? You holding it down, bro? How the family doing? Everybody all right? I'm going to hold it down for you. Night
You
Ward.
realize he was
Night Ward, you heard?
realize he's the first all-state robotics member of St. Paul High School? All-state robotics team.
And our,
Mornings with
and our
Brian
deacon
Haldane
at
and
our
Brian
church,
Haldane's getting
Deacon
roasted.
Grant,
Like
was
it's
his
a bad
basketball coach. And
I was also on the debate team, Rich.
Oh, that's great. Happy
He did
for
a
you.
lot of
You didn't
dribbling
pick
in
up
ninth
any
grade.
women, I can tell you
We
that.
did.
a lot.
We had. I was also
Did you
on the
dribble?
youth ledge.
Did you dribble a lot?
Yeah.
On your shirt?
No.
Is that what happened? Huh? Hoops?
They were taking his fish sticks off his
Wanna
plastic
be a
tray and putting them in
baller,
his
shot
drawers. That's what they
caller,
would
20
do.
inch blades on the Impala.
Step down from basketball junior
Halliday
year.
was saying, I want to help Queenie erase this after class.
The best is the picture of you.
Dude, I waxed the floors over the summer.
The best is the
Yes,
picture
you
of
did.
you in your football.
And then we
uniform.
played on them.
Yeah,
That was in like the 80s when they had the ginormous shoulder pads.
that was 94.
Hey, Rock, what about
Yes.
the big brown mouthpiece? And
Yeah, oh
practice?
yeah. It
Playing
hung,
it
yeah.
hard
Yeah,
or-
it hung. Then you had the one.
Harvey,
you know,
Terrytown.
the predecessor to that
Right,
was the one
right.
you stuck in the barrel water and then you put it in your mouth.
That's-
you scorched your
You
lips,
scorched your-
everything.
Yep.
Then I had to go to the
Hey,
doctor.
Rock, you know
and
what you
burn
and I
gum.
did since we got that true New Orleans DNA? We off the scummering around the tub after we took a bath.
You heard the saying, throw the baby out with
And
the
Haldane's
bathwater.
grandma is just rocking him to sleep.
You know where that came from, right? Throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? Because they had a tub and everybody took a bath. The baby was last.
You know, every time we got to do
They forgot
hurricane.
the baby
Wait,
in
listen
there.
to me. Every time I
The
come in
baby
here,
was in the water, dude. That's why they say don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Rocco, sometimes you talk too much and over people. Look. So every time.
If there ever was a line or the cat calling the kettle black, that was
No,
it. We
the
love
cat-
y'all. See,
wait.
thanks for stopping by. Give him a hand, everybody. Richard Condon, everybody. What a joy to have him in here.
All right, so first of all, the pot calls the kettle black, not the cat.
Whatever.
Secondly,
Cat on a hot tin roof.
on this day in 1992,
Oh my goodness. Oh,
the
we're still
Dream
doing
Team
that.
won the gold. Yeah, we were trying to. The Dream Team won the gold medal.
Let me go check on the gravy.
All right.
Hey, you want to move on to birthdays?
I don't know. Did you have anything else on the history front? I really don't care if you did or you don't. I mean,
it's, you know.
all right. Birthdays. What
birthday.
you got?
Dustin Hoffman. Let's start there.
The Hoff.
Yeah.
No, the Hoff is Knight Rider. Dustin Hoffman's
Well,
not the
Dustin
Hoff.
Hoffman. You know who he was? He was Captain Hook in Hook.
Dustin Hoffman. Of everything that he played, you're calling out Captain Hook.
Oh, that's like my favorite. It's my
Okay.
favorite. Nope. You know what?
Okay.
Rain Man's up there.
Rain Man's in there.
He's in there. But Hook, I don't know.
Yeah.
Man. Hey, you know what? Musicians today. Scott Stapp, lead singer of Creed,
Okay.
and The Edge. Why you laugh at that? Why you chuckle at that?
Lead singer of Creed.
Come on, man.
Fine, whatever.
Creed is, come on.
If you didn't have anything, you didn't have anything. You just we're gonna
Oh, come
force
on.
feed fake people down our throats.
It's so much. No, he's not.
Thank God that wasn't on microphone.
Right.
All right.
Hey, moving on to deaths.
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet, because we got a couple more birthdays for today.
Okay.
The first of which is from the world of tennis, Roger Federer. And then former Astros outfielder Jose Cruz. And I had one more. I got to scroll down for it, though. Oh, Hall of Fame offensive lineman from the Oilers, Bruce Matthews. Oh, it's Sweet Lou Dunbar from the Globetrotters.
Sweet Lou.
Yeah. Deaths.
Deaths. Glenn Campbell today, along with Olivia Newton-John.
Okay. All right. I didn't have either one of those. Dadgummit.
Yeah.
Oh, also born on this day in 1897, Mexican revolutionary Emiliano
I saw him and
Zapata.
Mark Lemon in the Superdome when I was 7 years old.
Zapata?
I was on side, and they throw the bucket of water with the confetti.
Yeah.
I was that kid.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay.
Right there on the side of the thing over there.
That's all we had for deaths. What national day is it?
National Dollar Day.
We'll take it and run. Oh, because the dollar was, before that, we used French toast as currency.
That's right.
8:17. We didn't run long at all, did we? Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a little pat on the back right here. With all that just went on, it's only 8:17.
Yeah.
All right. We'll come back. Foodie Fridays next. Woo. Hey, last time you were here, you left a lid.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're the best.
I try.
I still feel. What song are you coming back in with? We're gonna do three outs, right? You on the hour? Okay, close with the Hallelujah song. Okay. Middle song is I'm gonna say something about my bride because I really did think today was our anniversary, bro. It was small. I showed up with freaking card and shit. Happy birthday, my baby. She's taking Rocco to his first day at Catholic High freshman year.
He's not kidding.
Yeah, man. And
Where's the football pick?
like, hey, today ain't our anniversary. It's tomorrow, but thank you. It's like, what you looking for?
The football pick.
What football pick?
The one you were describing of me. I was going to show it to Rich.
Yes, sir, dude. We are ready to mother juck and go. Testing one. Mic check one. Feel 25. Most of the time, I'll raise a little cane with the boys. You know who sings this song karaoke all the time?
You?
One Kelly Scott Walker. No, this isn't in my wheelhouse. You see, I took voice classes at LSU. I know songs I can sing and songs that I can't. I can't sing this. But
Why
Kelly
not?
Walker, because my voice is falsetto/baritone. So I can hit high notes very well, but I have to stay at a low level and a medium tone on certain songs. You'll hear later. Because I'm going to sing to you, my brother in Christ.
You know
Because I love you.
You know what Kelly Walker and I have in common?
Nothing.
Avid RVers.
Let me tell you about him.
Professional RVers.
That's because my man invites me to go camping.
Yeah.
And I said, well, man, that sounds like a great idea. How many of that thing sleeps, that fifth wheel you got, Kelly Scott? What, 8? All right, well, it's just going to be Jill and I. He goes, no. Hold on. No, you can come, but you got to get your own camper and come. I don't want anybody staying with us. I said, wait a minute, Kelly.
I respect it.
That thing
I
sleeps
respect
8
it.
people.
Yeah.
And no, that's for everybody. I can understand him being trapped in a closed box with me for a weekend. I get that.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know where you were going because I see you and I read you just like you do me. Point being, how do you invite somebody to go someplace? That's like, hey, Conan. I mean, Conan and Rob and Haldane and JP, in honor of 25 years of Rocco's New Orleans Style Po' Boy being open, I'm going to take y'all to lunch.
But you got to pay your own
But
way.
you got to pay your own way.
I might be there, I might not.
So the heck with him, with his fur coat wearing self, walking around with no shirt off, cutting the grass in the morning. I can go on forever about him, but I'm starting with you right now.
You start with me right now?
Yeah, because I got to say something before we go any further.
All right.
Tomorrow will be my 25th wedding anniversary, and there's a story behind that. We opened Rocco's a week before my wedding, okay? Dates, things, we were pushing timeline. We just had to open. We were at that point where, all right, money spent, time to get some money.
Yeah.
So the wedding, obviously, was it was on a Friday night. Limos break down when Jill's going to the church. I'm thinking the girl don't want to marry me. Anyway, so if the wedding turns out great, we get hammered. It was a Friday night. And we said, well, let's just open the restaurant. We'll all just go. Because we wasn't scheduled to leave to go on a honeymoon until Monday. And I said, well, guys, I'm not going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Every person in the restaurant working, they were still drunk.
For the wedding?
From the wedding. They never stopped
the
drinking. They just kept drinking and went and worked the whole day. Now, mind you, think about this for a second. When you open a restaurant, that's your honeydew, man.
Yes.
That's when everybody's coming.
Yes.
And they got slammed. And I ain't going to lie to you, there were people stepping out back, wood chucking. I mean, they had all kind of stuff going down. It was crazy. But I made a horrible snafu because I thought actually today was the 9th, but it's actually
Today's the 8th.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got married on the 9th.
All right.
3 threes.
Okay.
Should I start hitting you with numbers? What you
Yeah.
want to know about numbers?
Do what?
What's the perfect number?
What is the perfect number?
That's 7.
Yeah. But it's not divisible by 3.
I digress. Yeah, but if you got 21, 3 will go in a 7. I mean, 21 7 times. I can do this all day with you. Let's talk po' boys. You want to talk po' boys?
Let's talk po' boys.
In honor, like I said, of the 25th year anniversary, our best-selling po' boy obviously is the
roast beef.
Absolutely.
The Rocco's roast beef.
And we have not made it. I went back and checked videos. It has been a very long time since we actually made one on air. Over 2 years, I believe.
Yeah, because I was.
And you know how I know?
How?
It's a Waters cowboy hat. And it was during October.
Was it now?
And I had an orange shirt on. I came up in there looking like Charlie Brown and the Big Pumpkin.
Oh, Lord.
I was so big back then, man. I was telling you. I told you.
Dude, look, let me.
Intermittent fasting will change your life. Follow me, bro. I'll tell you. I'm following other people, and we got this little group, and you'll eat whatever you want, and you'll stay healthy forever. Forever. Oh, yeah. That was Halloween?
No, it was December. December of 2023.
Yeah, that was right before Christmas,
when you came in as the Crusader.
That's right, because I came in because what does it represent? Christmas.
Yeah.
The birth of Christ. I came in like the pumpkin that day. I even I baked you these cookies.
Fresh baked cookies.
Fresh baked cookies. They were $3.79. I was back there like the Keebler elves.
Uh-huh.
Look, orange. Okay.
Orange
So
because
anyway,
of August.
We're going to do the roast beef.
Yeah.
The way we normally do it. No, that's in honor of my youngest son, the papa of po' boys, Rocco. Started Kataka today, first year. So the orange is for the cur dog.
Okay.
Because now I flew the coop at Mercy too. You're still there with abs.
Uh-huh.
But I'm done. It's time to move on to the Brothers of the Sacred Heart.
I got 4 more.
And I'm going to give Catholic all my time and consideration because when I couldn't with Roman, because I said it split 3 ways across the board. I was helping Mercy, I was helping St. Joseph, and I was helping Catholic. But now he's the last one. He's the single one. He's the last Mohegan, bro.
Uh-huh.
So, and my father went to St. Aloysius, which became Brother Martin. Coriezu, Brother Martin Merged. So now everything turns to I've been given, and I'm never going to stop giving it to our Holy Mother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But now it's time to give to the Brothers of the Sacred Heart, baby. So I'm cur dog. I got a whole bunch of stuff, orange and all. So even though orange isn't in my wheelhouse, because I like my pastels. You know that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna wear a little orange here and there and black. You know why I wear black, JP? That's you better go on in. Stat, we need a napkin in here. Look, I got paper towels. There you go. Boom. Look, I always come
you're
prepared.
gonna knock it over again.
I'm like the Boy Scouts, always prepared.
Now what now? Why you wear black? It's slimming?
Very good. Makes you look skinny.
That's right.
But I thought you had intermittent fasting for that.
No. Look, I got an extra large Peter Malarkey shirt on right now. From the Masters that somebody gifted me. I couldn't fit in this shirt the last time I was here.
Yeah.
Couldn't.
Yeah. Last time you had that hat on?
Whoo! Woo-wee! Boy.
We got pictures,
I'm
man.
telling you,
we got receipts.
I walked with the shadow back then, huh?
Yeah.
You know, the hat looks like a beanie. Kind of looks like I'm Jewish. I'm so big. Look. It looks like one of those little beanies.
It does.
And, you know, your favorite, I think, is the Crescent City combo. Always has been. That's never changed for you.
Correct.
But the roast beef has always been my favorite. And if anybody comes in the restaurant and they ask me, Rocco, what's the best po' boy? What would you eat? What would you eat?
I would always recommend the roast beef first.
Well, that's my go-to sandwich.
Yeah.
And I eat it with mayo, meat and gravy, and Swiss cheese.
Right.
El Grande, Texas Troy, Cowboy Roy, Troubadour Troy.
Troy Rogers.
I'm not the minister of meat today. I'm not the, what is it, of po' boys?
Pastor
the
of po'
pastor of po'. What was the other one? He had a third one that was the thing.
The Reverend of Roast
The
Beef.
Reverend of Roast Beef. I will claim that title today, baby, because it's the roast beef. And so anyway, without much further ado, as I have been on this show many a times, I watch the clock as you do, and I know we're scheduled up against a break.
Yeah, which I have to hit a live read before that
We're
break.
going to let you do your live read, and I'll get prepared to roll. And when you tell me to pull the trigger, since I wore my cowboy hat, I got my 6-gun slinger right here, I'll pop a cap or two. Say when.
You got another 45 seconds.
Oh, you want me to occupy 45 seconds? That's going to take
I can
triple
walk it,
the amount of time.
I
Okay.
will walk it all the way up to the break. No, I got it from
So
here.
I got a great story for you.
I know you do.
And it's not 45 seconds long.
We're going to hit it on the back end.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to save it because it's so good.
Yeah.
It's worth waiting and salivating.
All right. That's what we call a forward tease. in the
Okay.
business.
That's a teaser. And I know how to do that. You know how I know? I watch you. Just like I watched you cooking on a campground with the old 79er on there.
Bro.
Had enough meat to feed a small army.
We brought that home and ate on it the week after.
My boy, I got to tell you, you learned some stuff, huh?
Bro, I got
some people.
No, I've
some
got game
people
on
have
the,
learned.
I've got game on the grill.
Dude, you can't even make brown gravy, buddy. So you got to use the jaw
on
stuff.
the grill. On
You
the grill.
Can you even make a gumbo?
Yeah.
What about a jambalaya?
Dude, if you start with a roux, you can make anything.
Can you make a roux?
Yes. Lord.
Okay. I've never been invited to break bread at your house. I'm just saying.
Same.
That's not true. Oh, but there is something coming. Remember the Sicilian 7 Seas thing? I finally got the party room done with the veranda and everything.
Yeah. All right.
It's coming up. And you make the cut. You one of the 12 couples that'll be there.
I love it. I love
That's right. You know why?
What?
12 disciples, 12 tribes of Israel.
There you go.
You know, everybody will be seated in sections of
way
3.
more than 45 seconds.
They'll be seated in sections
With
of 3.
apologies to Vinny and his team over at Vex European.
Vinny potato salad. Sorry, I'm jumping out. Go ahead.
If you drive a European vehicle, if you're like Rocco and you drive a Ferrari, you need to go see my boy Vinny over at Vex European. If you're like my boy Rocco and you have 3 Lamborghinis in the driveway, you need to go see Vex European. Or if you're like me and you have an 18-year-old Mercedes, there's a master level technician for that as well. VexEuropean.com, VexEuropean.com, Mercedes, BMW, Jaguar, Land Rover, Audi, VexEuropean.com. Get yourself a tech who knows your vehicle specifically. VexEuropean.com. Here's news.
What's your name, Brandon? See, I bring my ice chest. That's all the rouge. Okay. And I do that because I do bring them energy drinks because they on the way here they sound gas. And I know if I'm coming in here, dude, I gotta pump them up, or bro, they'll go into freaking cardiac arrest. So I gotta get them hyped and ready to go. But since they did and spent all this money on this beautissimous little bar over there, notice there is a refrigerator. In it is stocked with drinks. So I fill that with drinks before I leave. Bring them home to the house. Well, they're free. Stick with me for more budget saving tips, brother. You want to go to the grocery with me, make groceries? I'll show you how to do all your change stickers and stuff on prices. You go get the ribeyes, that's $54. You take the sticker $24 off another one, you put it on top of that. They don't know. How they gonna know? Everything's self-scanned. If you're going to make me self-scan, you're going to have to pay me to do it, okay? That's why I buy my product here, so you can make a profit, so you can pay employees. These big companies, man, are hurting the Americans more than they ever think by doing it. And the loss that they have, and people not scanning stuff, people on the inside being in with what's going down. You know what I'm talking about, Haldane?
I wasn't listening. Was that you were talking to me that whole time? What about it?
That people just steal everything. Home Depot.
Well, they got cameras on you now, man.
What if, though, you might have somebody in cahoots on the inside working the register. You scan 2, 3, the next 5 you stick in the basket. You think they care? Nobody cares. What did Sonny say? Would you rather be feared or loved? Let me ask you that.
Do what?
Would you rather be feared or loved?
Loved.
I'd rather be feared.
Why?
Because in order to be a peaceful man, you have to be capable of great violence. And I am that dude. Other than that, you're just harmless.
Fear can only
You're not peaceful.
Fear can only suppress for so long. Fear is unsustainable.
Are you scared of anybody? I'm not scared of anybody. I know who's sitting on my shoulder, bro. I ain't scared.
No.
You scared?
No.
What scares you?
No.
You curl up at night with your little blankie? You got your pillow?
I got a pillow.
You got a Fred like me?
I got a pillow.
I got a Fred. JP, you got a Fred?
What's a Fred?
Fred Cameron is a pillow I've had literally for over 30-something years.
You know, there's a book called The Fred Factor.
I take that
really
back.
Good. Really good book.
Over 40-something years.
About being a Fred to somebody.
Who?
There's a book called The Fred Factor. It's a leadership book. It's about being the Fred and like people's lives.
Be the Fred, Haldane.
Be a Fred.
You want cookie?
It's a good movie. I mean,
What
good,
song you
good
coming
book.
in with on the second one?
You want Reckless Love, right?
Yes, dude. That's a good song, bro. That's for my bride.
I do want Corey
Dude,
Asbury.
she's listening.
I understand.
Just like your bride's listening.
No,
The
my
Brandon
bride's
Lake
working
one.
right now.
Give me-
She's,
That one's good. My daughter likes that song.
I saw Carrie left the other day. I know it broke your heart because it broke mine. I couldn't believe it, dude. I got Anna Catherine
It's not
working
easy.
at the restaurant right now. She's leaving.
no kidding.
Yeah, because she's been working there on and off for years, and during hurricanes, and she's good friends with Mariana. They play basketball, get all of that, and so man, just knowing they're all leaving, and then last night Mariana had a group of her friends that she pals around with, and they're all leaving. One's going to Arkansas, one's going to Tennessee, one's going to Ole Miss. So all her high school group.
AC's going to Ole Miss, right?
Yeah, all her high school group is breaking up, and Malone's kid, Sean Malone, Finley, she's going to Ole Miss. Houston Serranos with Andy Bluen, with the brother Martin from New Orleans. Matter of fact, we all opened our restaurants. It'll be 30 years this September that Rocco's has been in business. And I don't want to say anything because when it close out, we're going to be doing some specials and stuff and giveaways for the remainder of the month, and I'm going to make a couple of quick announcements. So give me a little airtime to get that out right at the end.
Absolutely.
It's nothing major, just some gift cards every Friday. Not this Friday because I won't be there because I thought today was my anniversary. Did I tell you that?
You did.
So I booked lunch for my wife and I. So, I've got lunch plans. So obviously I ain't going to be in a restaurant. So every subsequent Friday throughout the end of the month, we're going to be giving away free something. Like we gave free cookies on the first day. 3. Why 3?
Because of the Holy Trinity.
Thank you. And why do you say that with such discourse, man?
Because you know how I am about the numerology.
Read the freaking scripture. It's there all the time. I'm not saying that the numbers are significant in astrology. I'm just saying that there are numbers that are constantly in the scripture.
I know, but adding to them and dividing them and
that's all a
turning
joke.
thing around.
That's
saying,
all a joke.
Is this your card?
That's all a joke, okay? You want me to do sleight of hand for you? Watch this. Watch this. You ready? Watch. You see this? Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, turn it up. Is that where you're going?
Bam! 33.
Oh,
Okay, I got another one for you. Watch this, JP. Look, watch. You ready? Watch this. Y'all ready?
Well, I think your thumb came off.
High five. Ready? Look. Whoa. And you know what else I have for my kids? You can get them from the Chinese Temu. Get them for James if you can. Oh, I'll give you the ones I have. You put these things, they're lighted things on your fingertips. Okay. And when you touch it, it goes on. When you touch it, it goes off. So you can touch this and then go, and then turn this one off, and this finger will come on. Check it out on TV. I mean, look, it's like $11. It's like made with freaking rubber from a lead-paint factory from a kid that was working in Nigeria.
I'm not going to encourage my kid to do magic.
What the? I don't understand. I simply don't understand.
Look, he already.
What is wrong with you, dude? You are turning into a curmudgeon, dude.
No, I'm not turning into a curmudgeon.
You're all curmudgeon right now. You're leaning over. You're like 20 minutes left.
Ho!
Can I just get through this?
You're leaning.
I'm leaning because you're leaning.
I've been at this since 6 a.m.
Oh.
I walked through the front door of this building, the side door of this building at 5 o'clock this morning.
I'm on roofs at 145 degrees. You're in the AC, bro. Okay, I'm outside sweating. I got to bring 3 shirts to work with me every day.
You're not on the roof.
Yeah?
You tell people on the roof.
Oh, you already started it. Till you give yourself away. This is out to my bride. Jillian, I love you. 25 years. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. Truly, one of the only women I'm actually very scared of. Second one would be my daughter, Mariana. And you can sympathize with that.
I can't hear a word you're saying. Yeah. I'm talking to the microphone.
This is a microphone. Am I not holding it? Can you not hear me?
I have headphones on and cannot hear you.
Hello.
There you go.
Hello.
You talk into the microphone.
Hello.
There you go.
Anyway, 25 years, Jill. I love you. And she's truthfully the only woman I'm scared of besides my daughter. And people always go to her and say, Jilliana, how can you put up with him for 25 years, 5 years, 10 minutes? And she looks at him and she laughs. You know why?
Why?
Because she knows I'm scared of her.
Yeah.
That's how.
Okay.
Makes sense, doesn't it? I'm afraid of her. I will not tread on her. Haldane, I'll trample him, kick him, beat him when he's down with a stick. Her? Other friends? Same thing. You ready to make roast beef?
How is this song related to Joe?
You ready to make roast beef?
Yeah, let's do it.
You ready?
Let's go, yes.
All right, let's go. So let's give a little background to see how well you have learned over the years.
Yes.
What part of cow does our roast beef come from? And most roasts, for that matter, that are, a fair price.
Shoulder?
Shoulder. Very
Nailed it.
And that's the back hind part of the cow, right? The bottom part's the shank. Okay, so then you go up, the very top's the rump.
Yeah.
And then we come right underneath. The top shoulder is right underneath the rump. Now, the rump, because it's the very top part, gets a lot more exercise. It's not as tender.
Okay.
That's why we use the round, the top round. Okay. And there's an interesting thing you and I talk about because you and I are fans of what steak that we like the most?
A ribeye.
Because of the marbling.
The marbling and the spinalis on the back end of the steak.
We're on the beef council, baby. Yes. Since we're talking beef, what about our hamburger patties and our hamburger meat? What do we use?
I don't know what you use for hamburger meat.
80, 20, 70, 30. We
use
talk
70,
about
30.
And why? More fat.
Because more fat and fat is flavor.
All right, so here's an interesting thing about what the piece we use is actually very lean. There's very little fat in it.
Okay.
Okay. And that helps us maximize our profitability with the product because we don't have as much waste on fat. Furthermore, probably 99% of all deli roast beefs are made with that particular cut. Did you know that?
With the shoulder?
Yep.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
No, you do. See,
I don't know. I don't know what other people do.
Well, you over there cooking on the grill like you freaking Wolfgang Puck. Got a temperature gauge. You got a butter sauce sauce on the side.
I got no temperature gauge, boss.
I mean,
that was a campsite grill.
Dude, you could have killed somebody with that steak. You'd have dropped that on your ankle. You'd have broken.
No.
That was bigger than the one in the John Candy movie.
It was close to. It was close.
Where did you get that thing from? It looked like a freaking Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Where did I get that one from? I got it from Mathern's.
Man, I think we should. They hooked you up?
Yeah.
Give a little hook up?
Yeah.
Oh, my boy.
Well, they sponsor the show.
Hey, look, for that 7 fish and seas things that we're doing, that party that's coming up, the 12 people that you invited to, you get me some discounted meat.
I'll work on it.
Maybe for free.
I'll work on it.
I'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Give you a gift card.
We'll get you going.
Anyway, so roast beef. That's what we're going to use. Standard dress, always.
Yeah.
Lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, and pickle. That is essential, I think, on this po' boy.
Of course.
and because everything plays a part. And when the blue plate mayonnaise mixes with that gravy, whew, man, there's no better thing. And you know I like my gravy. I'm not going to use the joke about gravy, gravy coming out, but the gravy is the difference maker in our roast beef than other people, which makes it
because your gravy has a hint of a garlic flavor to it that is a game changer.
correct. But it's also thick.
Yeah.
And if you go to New Orleans, you will not get a roast beef with a au jus runny
and it's
gravy. And that's because it's essential for the gravy to mix and adhere and stick to the mayonnaise.
Right.
If you have something that's so liquefied, it's not going to blend with that mayonnaise.
I want to taste my sandwich, not my elbow.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I know a thing or two
I
from
love
time to
this
time.
guy.
I know
I love you. Mwah. But
From
you
time
still
to
owe
time.
me $300 for getting you out of jail.
Did he put up that picture yet?
Still. Put that picture up.
All right. So
Put
for
it
those
up.
that are listening right now that have no idea what he's talking about,
Put it up.
all the news outlets in town and pretty much throughout
Give
the
the
state.
people what they want, which is the truth.
I mean, come on.
Earlier this week,
He's giving the truth.
Earlier this week, our Attorney General Liz Murrell busted a couple for Medicaid fraud, and the guy who was busted.
Haldane, you might want to check the genealogy and the lineage. This guy might be your brother, dude.
The guy who was busted
I'm calling your mom. I'm calling.
looks a little bit like me.
I mean,
Looks a little bit like me.
Looks.
I'm not going to deny it. So if you're watching us on Facebook Live, we just
Now,
did the
I
side
know,
by side.
I knew it wasn't you because when they showed the co-conspirator, it wasn't your wife.
No,
Your
no,
wife's
no,
way
yeah.
better looking. That
Thank
chick.
so
you.
that's what gave it away
Thank
for
you.
you.
Oh my
You're
God!
like,
okay.
No, I'm telling you.
That's-
When I looked at it, I was like, "What the hell? What?"
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
driving in my truck, almost ran off the road, and then I saw the chick next to it. I'm like,
All right,
man, when
so-
you talk about
Thank you.
a
Thank you
face for TV or a face for radio, whoo,
Oh,
man,
Let's
that
not
girl.
insult this poor woman.
I'm sorry, man. Okay, you're right. You shouldn't talk about people, and I apologize. But I mean,
That's the best that guy could do.
woo. I mean, everybody.
Think about it. He went on Medicaid fraud.
Everybody needs somebody sometime.
He went in to defraud the government and only took $133,000.
and the way they did
I mean, if
it.
you're going to go
Did
big.
you read the article?
Brian would have definitely taken
Did
more.
you read the article, JP?
Like, I'm going to make it
I
worth
did.
it.
Did you read
Yeah.
it? How they did it and what they did? They were just scamming on their health care or
Right.
something.
Right,
Yeah.
Medicaid fraud.
It's like, how freaking stupid. I mean, you can't, look, just, I mean, I can't, I couldn't even believe it, man. It couldn't be, look, call Jason Bourgeois, one of our axe brothers,
Yeah.
Blue Cross Blue Shield. He's my rep. Gets me a good policy every year,
Yeah.
dude.
All right.
I mean, and it's not that expensive. I mean, it ain't cheap.
But my
But
thing is, they went in on Medicaid fraud and they allegedly stole $133,000. I'm just saying, if you ever see my mug shot somewhere, it's because I knocked over the Bellagio, the Mirage, and the MGM Grand. I'm not going small. I'm going Ocean's 11.
Okay. All right.
By the way, this is Foodie Friday presented by the Louisiana Beef Industry Council. BeefIt'sWhat'sForDinner.com. BeefIt'sWhat'sForDinner.com. Get recipes. Get some of those. Well, you know what? The nutritional facts are amazing because beef is fuel for your body at all stages of life with the iron, with the protein, 10 vitamins and minerals, and food is fuel. And beef is fuel for us at all stages of life.
and this is a very, like I was telling you, very, 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 very lean cut of meat,
Yeah.
packed with protein, and absolutely, without a doubt, unquestionably, everybody has their favorites. Like I said, you like your Crescent City. I get it.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their deal.
Well, the Crescent City connection is it's like a 30 plus turkey. So
Correct, but you get the roast beef with the gravy on it, too.
And
so,
then you add the ham.
And then you add the ham and all, which we talked about, different ways that you can spin it. And like I told you, the veal cutlet po' boy, that's not big up here because people don't know that that's an original New Orleans po' boy, okay? That really started down there. Get you a veal cutlet, get you some brown gravy on it, dressed with some kind of cheese.
Okay.
You want to talk about good?
Yeah.
I went to go get veal at a store one time when I came up here when I was a student,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm with Butcher. Where's the veal? He looked at me like I'm crazy. You go anywhere in New Orleans, anywhere you go, they got veal cutlets everywhere. Baby fresh veal, baby cutlets. They got out different cutlets. They got fried cutlets on every place you go to eat po' boys down there. Go to Rocky and Carlos. They use the veal cutlets to make the veal parmigiana. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
With the red gravy on top of the macaroni.
You can't get veal up here?
Well, you can, but it's not readily available. And sometimes I go to Albertsons and I ask the butchers. They all good over there. Which, by the way, Mathern's. We were talking about them. They have very good prices on meat, man.
Yeah,
they really do.
Yeah, they do.
They got very good prices.
Yeah, they do. And did you know, Rocco, if you have the app, you can earn cash towards more groceries every time you shop.
This guy.
Hey, dude, I'm closing out the list.
I did not know that.
Closing out the list. All right, so Rocco is assembling the roast beef po' boy right
I
now.
just want to be very honest with you. I am a restaurateur, so
Yes.
I get very good prices on beef.
Yes.
Anyway, but that being said, I have gone in there several times and gotten stuff just on the fly, man, and it's very fresh and it's always good, man. So I'm glad. Aren't they opening another location?
They just opened the Kenilworth location. They
were there before.
That was their original
I used to
location
shop
in Baton Rouge.
there.
Yes.
I used to live off of Highland Park Road right there.
And it used to be called Kenilworth Supermarket. Well, now it's Mathern's Market at Kenilworth.
Yeah, I got my first tattoo in that parking lot. I came out one time, had a guy in a van giving tattoos for $10.
That's before there was a Superior Grill there.
Yeah, no, it was Giamanco's. Remember Giamanco's?
Oh,
No,
man.
Giovanni's.
Yeah. Giamanco's was government.
Yes, they had good food too.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, Giovanni's, man, when Giovanni Mucciacciaro was in there cooking and running it, that was his name.
I'm sorry. Was that a real last name?
Giovanni Mucciacciaro.
Mucciacciaro.
Yeah, his son, Giovanni Jr., is actually a commercial real estate agent in town.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, man, the food was so good there. And the portions, dude, you got a trough of meatballs and spaghetti. You remember the old days? It's like almost as good as going to freaking... And so I'm ready to plate this
They're
up.
in the drawers out there.
Where's our plate? Where's our beautiful plate? For presentation.
Let me go get
no,
it.
No,
I'll
you
get-
stay here. He
Go to the drawers out there.
Cameron's got it, dude. I
Clem
got 5
Fandango
minutes
over
with you.
here.
You know I love being
That's
here.
all right.
I can't let you walk out. You ain't me.
I understand, but I know right where it's at. It would be so much quicker if I did it.
JP, brother, I'm telling y'all, this.
The one that was underneath it.
Don't use the Lord's name in vain. Thank you. Sorry, I shouldn't throw him over.
No, it's okay.
I apologize. I shouldn't do that.
Is it dirty? It shouldn't be. I cleaned it before putting it away.
That's fine.
We're fine. Just we're good to go.
He's eating
All right.
gross.
So the roast beef po' boy is the original po' boy.
This is the OG, bro. This is the gang stuff.
In the 20s, when the streetcar strike was going on and the po' boy was invented.
That's correct. And it was
more
what kind of
debris than roast beef.
They put potatoes on it.
Yes.
Slices of potatoes.
Because they needed
Martin
to
Brothers.
eat, and they had to eat, but they had to do it cheap.
And why did they call it a po' boy sandwich?
Well, because it was for the poor boys who were on strike.
Absolutely. Look at you.
So yeah.
25 years I've been coming here, dude. He's got it. He's finally got it. I'm so proud of you. I've never been more proud. Well, I was a little disappointed when I saw you in jail, but I mean,
wasn't jail.
Well,
it wasn't jail.
I told y'all the last time he was on Plank Road, they almost threw me in jail. We got a break.
Here comes your
All
money
right,
now.
let's break and we'll be ready to eat. Brothers, I'm not messing with y'all. I'm telling you, the temperature, the gravy, and the meat are perfect. It's like almost you get eating it in a restaurant right now. And that very rarely happens when I'm here trying to do this. So when I tell y'all are in for a mother chucking treat, bro. Yeah, I don't say the F word with mother with it. Now I'll say fuck when I get pissed, but I never throw mother in front of it. It's kind of, and so my wife who never curses taught me mother chucker. You say mother chucker? Another one of my favorite curse words. Ready for this one, Haldane?
What you got?
Fucking cocksucker. Dude, you know our boys Casey Frugier and Jason Romero?
Yeah.
Dude, when I drop an F-bomb around them, bro, they're like, what you do, Rocco? They squeal, dude. They're like, dude, don't.
Because they each have 30 kids.
Oh, I know, but
odds are this kid's going to hear it.
So the Jason Romero I'm referring to is a good friend of ours, and we've been on multiple retreats with him. Casey as well.
Bro, he shaved his head. You saw that?
I did, man, and I felt horrible because when we see him walking in the morning, when Hayes and I are walking, we would mess with him because he'd come out there looking like Yahoo Serious. He wouldn't brush his head, be all sticking up. So one night I get a text from Frugier.
Yeah.
And he's shaving his head. And I'm like, bro, is there a problem with Jason? Is something going on? Because you remember in one of the movies, I think it was an Al Pacino movie, All the President's Men, maybe, or something. At the end of the movie, one of the guys shaves his head, and he sees them walking out, and that's when he kind of like, oh yeah, he done flipped, bro. He done flipped his lid officially. It's a very good movie. Have you seen it? All the President's
Men about the Nixon Watergate scandal.
Men? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the guy that
I read the book. I don't think it's
the guy that played in.
Yeah, that was
Arrested
douchey.
Development.
I'm sorry, that was douchey. I apologize. Me, that was just.
What's
I
douchey?
read the book. Like that was a douchey thing to say, and I apologize.
Why? Reading.
I've never seen the movie.
Reading is very essential, man. It's like
I understand, but,
exercise for the mind, man. I read 2 books a week.
I know, but it sounds elitist when you say
That's
it like
why
that.
I'm so astute all the time.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you mean, yeah?
I don't want to be like an elitist.
So you're trying to say the book's better than the movie?
I haven't seen the movie. I wouldn't
Books
know.
are always better, dude. Always better.
No, they're not.
Oh, you're.
No. Hey, I'll give you one scene.
You are wrong.
No, I'm not. And it's one of your favorite all-time movies where I'm
Okay,
right.
go ahead.
One scene, one movie. The book will never be as good as the movie, and I'll give you the line from the movie. You ready for this?
I know what it is.
Godfather. Horsehead scene.
Godfather.
You can't write that. You got to see it.
I mean,
Godfather. I knew where you were going.
Yep.
I'm telling you, we morphed into one finally.
Bro.
I mean,
And don't get me started on Jaws. Hallelujah.
I gotta admit, y'all were talking about STDs earlier and stuff.
We were.
And let me tell you something. I'm lucky, and I've never brother.
I'm lucky.
You don't know me. I know these guys. Yes.
okay, is that the one that you mean?
Yes, dude, that is an awesome song. Have you ever heard that? Is that on your Jesus jams?
My Jesus
Hard
jams?
fart, hallelujah. Oh, dude, you gotta wait there. I think it's called Jellyfish. Sang it with him on like.
It's hard fought. I know.
How do you say it? You making fun of my vernacular? You ain't from New Orleans, bro. This is how we talk.
Hey, can you put that up on the
Look
camera?
at that.
Freaking work
Would you
hard.
just look at it? Damn, that looks good. Oh, you know what I've been hearing? The drop about the
HD?
the internet. The high def.
Yeah, we put that back in the rotation.
Bro, I've been hearing it a lot.
I
Thank
didn't
you.
even know when. It just showed up back in the rotation.
Thank you. What you gonna eat it? What you gonna do?
Freaking right, I'm gonna eat
No, I
it.
mean, you want to leave it here? You want to make another one? What you want?
Well, you can make another one for sure, but
Well,
like,
I am, but I don't need to make it now. I can make it when the show ends, right?
yeah.
I'm gonna make. I got enough for probably 3 more.
Okay.
Is Michelle here?
I think so.
Make sure she gets a piece.
Oh, well.
I
Oh,
need
well.
some tickets coming up. They got that concert thing. Remember, don't forget me.
I'm not forgetting you. I'm not forgetting you. I'm not forgetting Fitch.
You're in a bad mood today. I don't know what
Why do
happened.
people tell me I'm in a bad mood? You know what puts me in a bad mood? People
People
tell me I'm
say
in
you're in
a
a
bad
bad mood.
It's just how I look. I'm just ugly.
No,
all right?
it ain't the look. It
No.
ain't the look. It ain't the look. But I know how you
I
look.
walk in a room, Christy's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing's wrong."
I know. I got the look.
You too?
I got
Yeah.
the look too.
You know I gotta have your
You got the look. You got
yeah,
the
yeah,
look.
man. Look at this.
I'm telling you,
Got my
I
glasses
got the
on?
look. You know,
It's
I told you.
important.
What do my kids call me? My nickname. I told y'all this before. Buffalo. They call me Buffy,
Yeah.
and we call my wife Babs. So
It's-
we have morphed into one called
Yeah.
Babsy. Buffalo and Babsy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Babsy.
That-
And I will tell you, brother, they know the look. And
Yeah.
I very rarely get mad any longer. When I was younger, I mean, there were some times when you have to be.
Yeah.
Because you
course.
spare the rod, spoil the child. And I've never beat any of my kids. But there was a time when my older son, when I went through spiritual warfare with him, when he said something to his mother, and I walked over and popped him on side his head and said, "Don't you ever speak like that in this house to your mother again."
Yeah.
And that was the last time that boy ever did that. He was 17. He was a Catholic. I said, and I'm not going to threaten me and I'll take you outside and kick your ass. That's not what it's about. Now that our children are older, I don't know if y'all have any kids, but Brian can tell you. So as your kids get, now I'm just an advisor, okay, to my 2 older children and even Rocco. Now, don't get me
I
wrong.
gotta do more radio.
Critical. Oh, go ahead.
Ready?
Yeah. Hallelujah. Oh, oh, oh. You've been patient. God, you've been gracious. Faithful, whatever I'm feeling or facing. I've been your hard fought, hard felt, been through hell. Hallelujah.
I'm legitimately impressed. I was ready to make fun of you. I walked in there ready to make fun of you. I'm legitimately
You didn't
impressed.
think I can sing?
No.
I told
No.
you. It's a hidden
I
gift.
I stand corrected.
What about that roast beef?
2 bites of the roast beef so far during the break.
Cameron, what a blessing to meet you today, young man. You've never had a Rocco roast beef, have you?
By the okay.
Well, tell him Cameron's in. He's sitting in. He's training. He's training with JP the master,
Yeah.
bro. You ever see a guy work a board like this, dude? He's got some fingers, bro. He can do it. Hey, look. Want to tell you?
Listen to an Andrew Dice Clay from time to time.
You want to before we roll out?
Go ahead.
25th anniversary. 25th anniversary.
What you got, Timmy?
We
No
got
breaks?
all kind of stuff coming on. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna be doing giveaways the next 3 weeks: Monday, Tuesday, and the last Monday. $25 gift cards for the 25th customer all those days. And it could be a call-in or it could be a dine-in. We don't care.
Okay.
Free money. All you got to do is come and see us, and that's out of love for your patronage for all these years. On the last one, they're all going to be on Mondays and Tuesdays. The last Monday of the month, we're just going to do that Monday.
Yeah.
And we're going to do double dollar days. You're going to get 50 if you're the 25th customer. Bada bing, huh? And then also, not this week, because remember I told you the story about my wife. I won't be there. But the subsequent Fridays throughout the remainder of the month, we will be something away with every entree that you order. Might be some gumbo. We did cookies the first day.
Yeah.
Well, on August.
And by the way, I appreciate
August
you getting
1st.
up early to bake those.
Yes, I baked these cookies. I was with the Keebler elves. You know, Patty G thanked me because that's his people when he left.
Yeah.
And so, I brought those for you and for everybody. And then also, we're going to give away the food on those days. And then look forward to other stuff to come.
Yeah.
When football season starts. Because we're going to do our very own Rocco's Challenge here in Baton Rouge to raise money for our cancer. Now, I know they gifted $52,000, which is so gracious.
Yeah,
and
over
I'm
to
very
and not to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank. They gave it to the food pantry at LSU.
Well, I mean, look, it's going to go to a good cause, but we're going to be raising money for Mary Bird Perkins. I've been involved with that organization for a long time. I am actually going to be a Duke in the KKD ball. Tim Barfield will be the king, and he asked me to be one of his Dukes, along with Father Cleo is going to be a captain.
Uh-oh.
So look forward to that, and he and I have committed to try to raise the most money ever because you know, dear to my heart, brother, my mother passed away of breast cancer. Yeah. And so that's what we're going to be doing. Come and see us, 248-1999, 25 years on Drusilla Lane, 30 years in the business this September. The best po' boys in Baton Rouge. Hit them with a tagline.
In order to make a great New Orleans-style po' boy, you got to be from New Orleans. Moon Griffon is next. Stick around on Facebook Live.
Come
We're
and
going to
see
continue on Facebook.
Thank
on
you
air,
for
but got Moon.
25. See you for 25 more. That's how you do it, Cameron.
All right, Facebook. Y'all already know. I didn't even need to give a review. Like, I didn't even need to give a review. You already know the flavor. You already know how it punches and packs. You already know how you get that it's that hint of garlic dough, Rocco, because it's a little more than a hint. It's a suggestion.
Talk to that.
It's a little more than a hint. It's a good nudge in the arm to say you got garlic going on. Well, yeah,
I got three more I can make.
Yeah, make the 3, and then we'll cut them up into quarters and put them out for folks to get. If you want to take a half to maybe bring down to Michelle, I can do that too.
Yes, would you do that?
Absolutely.
You know, we've been tight for a long. I met her when she first got on. I think I told you she came in. Anna brought her in because I'm tight with Anna too.
Yeah.
How is she doing, by the way? Have y'all
I haven't talked to her in a while.
I
Last
think
time
she
I heard
got
she was doing
engaged.
well. I think so. The last time I heard she was doing well.
Well, so you know Anna, huh?
Are we still doing
Yeah,
Okay.
you can. Yeah, this ain't
No, he
nothing.
wasn't here when
So Anna, her and I, when Chris Powers worked here, and when Gilmore was alive, man, that's when I had multiple locations. So I'd advertise with everybody, you know, and I got tight with her because she would come to the concerts, her and Chris and Gilmore after he got divorced. And like I told you, I was always his +1. And so just being around him and being around them, man, that's like old school for me. I mean, we go back a long time, you know. And so anyway, at the end of the day, brother, you got to remember to always take care of people, take care of your sister. I never leave anything for Gordy because he never gives me anything. Okay, so I never give him nothing. Anybody else? I'd cut off my ear. No, that's a little. Maybe give him a pint of blood. But I would do that for y'all.
By the way,
Do that.
speaking of earlier in the show when you were talking about your extra large Peter, I was so happy it was followed by Millar.
I must have missed that. I must have missed about his Peter.
That's pretty good. Because, you know,
Listen,
I wanted to talk about the STDs. Because
Right.
Y'all
you said
I have never had any of them. But I did have crabs. And I went to the student infirmary. I told this on the air. You
did.
And, bro, listen to this, Scott. Okay, I go in, and this is when I opened the place on Chime Street. I was a senior at LSU. One of my buddies brings it home, okay? Dude, yeah, brother. I'm not kidding you. When he brought it home, all our friend group that everybody calls it now, but all my boys I hung with, all the girls we were messing with, everybody got it. So I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't know. And I go to the student infirmary, and they had Dr. Chris and Dr. Ewing. I can't remember Dr. Chris. She was a lady. And they had Dr. Ewing, who was a guy. So and they ate at the po' boy place because we were diagonally. Y'all know what old Rocco's was, right across from Mr. Gaddy's. The infirmary's right there, man. And they would come in and eat, and I got to know them. So I go in specifically, and I tell the girl, I want to see Dr. Ewing. Okay, well, what's the problem? Yeah, I got a little cough or something, but I need to see him. And she just kind of looked at me like, So I go back there, and I'm scheduled to see Dr. Ewing. I'm waiting. In walks Dr. Chris. Hey, Rocco, how you doing? I'm like, well, where's Dr. Ewing? She said, oh, he had to go take care of something. You can see me. I heard you having a little chest. What's the problem? I said, I'm coming back. I said,
keep on the mic.
I really need to see Dr. Ewing. And she gave me a look like, oh, what's wrong? I said, well, I got a little, I don't know what. And she goes, all right, well, let me take a look. By that point, the gig was up. She knew it was going down. I didn't know if I had chlamydia. I didn't know what. All I know was it itched really bad down there, right? And I didn't see, because I was told you could actually see the crabs. Yes, you can see them.
Can you?
Yeah.
Like
So low. All right, let's go back a little bit. I mean, this is like 91, 92. That's predating most of the landing trips and all these shavers that you got to trim your groin area. What are they called? Manscapers. So, bro, I had a bush like Don King. I didn't know any different. What the hell? So Dr. Chris is like, I said, well, Doc, I mean, it's really, I see. She goes, I've been a doctor for 28 years. She said, you think you got something I haven't seen before? And she goes, trust me, I'm not going to be impressed. I didn't even drop my pitch. It was like,
oh, man.
It's like, well, what are you trying to say? I'm hung like a pimple? You don't even know. Anyway, she goes, just drop your pants. So, of course, she did it. Told me how to do it. Give me the shampoo, shave, blah, 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 blah. Fumigate your house. Whatever you do. They live in the couches. They live in the chairs. They all over your carpet. So we did that. And then we had to go tell every one of our girlfriends, this is what's going on. This is what you need to do. Now, I'll tell you, and I said this to these gentlemen, I'm lucky that's all I got, because that's when AIDS was kind of really spinning out of control. And, brother, when I tell you I would go to chicks' houses, the goldfish would stop swimming in the tank when I walked in. They're like, wait, who's he? I mean, everybody was fair game. I'd sleep.
He leaves the microphone for that part.
I know,
I said, and I'll repeat it, I would go to so many chicks' houses. I mean, bro, come on. We all been in college. Those are the experimental years. That's when you learn everything. She's starting college. Don't start. Don't start. That's already a problem. That's already a problem. And we've already had that talk, just like I had it with my son, because as we said before you came in here, now we're advisors because of their age. You can only tell them so much. They got to go out and experience life. Now, don't get me wrong. Their brains still aren't developed until they're 23. 5. There you go. No, if they're good students, you get a discount, and stuff like that, and whatever the case may be. But yeah, so then having to tell the girlfriends and going back to these girls' houses at the time, I literally would walk in. I'm telling you, the fish would stop swimming in the fish tank when I walked in. I was just trying to find whatever, and do whatever. And I'm blessed and lucky. I didn't want to like Magic Johnson. I'm going to tell you, because I was in the early 90s.
Magic Johnson's the only dude that can have AIDS and a weight problem.
Well, I mean, yeah, now. But back then, if you got it, you wasn't Magic Johnson, you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, how much money did Magic have? Even back then,
All of it.
before before the contracts are what they are now. Even back then, he was getting paid.
Right.
And I'll tell you right now, I like ball crabs, but only if you get. I can take you to St. Bernard Parish to a couple of places, and they got the Vietnamese that work there, and you can buy the crabs, and they'll already have it peeled for you, popped open.
You gotta peel it yourself.
No, well, no, I'm not. That's too much.
No, I take you on the North Shore where they do them right.
Nah, it's still too much work, and I know how to peel it.
I take you to Rips on the
You can
lakefront.
go down. I'm telling you, they pop the top off, they break it in half, they cut it out. All you got to do is take a fork and just pull the meat out.
Yeah.
The Asians.
Takes 10 seconds.
You know
The
who's
Asians.
got-
What does that have to do with anything?
Because I'm leading into something. You know who's got some of the best boiled seafood in New Orleans?
Who?
The Asians. Go to the West Bank. I'm not saying they're the only one. I'm saying, where can you go and get boiled crawfish, boiled shrimp, and pho right next to it? Go to the West Bank. The Dong Fong King Cake?
That's in the East.
It doesn't matter.
Home of not one good
The
restaurant.
East and Gretna are loaded with Vietnamese people. Why? Do you know?
Cheap land.
Well, that was part of it. You know why the land was cheap? Vietnam War. All the Asian people, boat people came over, and they were mostly shrimpers and fishermen. That's why you have such a dense population in that area. It's the truth. I'm telling you, they would go back.
The same is true.
They used to fight because they would come in, the government would buy them a boat, give them all kind of free stuff. I'm telling you, you go down and be fist
You're
fight.
making one without cheese, right?
I didn't bring cheese. This doesn't get cheese on it. Never.
The Rocco's roast beef doesn't get cheese on it?
I mean, if you want it, but no. I mean, I eat mine with cheese, but no. I recommend you eat it this way if you've never had it before.
All right.
Then you can jazz it up and do whatever you want.
All right.
So these
All
are
right.
being cut into quarters, correct?
Quarters, yes. In the meanwhile, Facebook, we're going to bounce. We're going to get out of here. Y'all have a great weekend. Everybody, one more time, wish Rocco a happy anniversary.
Thank you.
More to the point, wish Jill a happy anniversary.
Thank you.
She's
What
the
a
one that
love
needs
of
the
my
help.
life.
I'm telling you, man.
What?
All right. We'll see y'all. Yeah, we didn't get her in for a Foodie Friday.
She would never come in here.
All right. We'll see y'all later.
Look, I've already bribed her when I run for